excited.
All right, horror heads, welcome back to another episode of Horror 365 Live, and I am your host, the mouthpiece of the Northeast, Jimmy J, alongside today, to my right here, Psycho Sammy Joe. What's happening, Sam?
We're shaking, bacon.
There we go. And right below is the princess of pain herself, Paige.
Hello.
What's happening, Paige?
Hello.
Back to the madness. And last but certainly not least, sporting the NBA champions, soon to be champions, the Knicks hat right there, the man, the myth, the living legend himself, the anesthesiologist, Swift Knox. Bang. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's happening, Swift? I love that little intro you do. You have it all down.
I love it.
My God.
I told you, Swift, you got to teach me. You got to teach me next time.
I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Okay?
Swift lessons, Swift boxing lessons coming. Come on, man.
That would be awesome.
Oh, let's get it.
Might be a little session at the next Future Horror 365 event. We don't know. Let's see.
Hey, let's learn some
Let's
self-defense.
go. Yeah. Absolutely.
Horror heads, horror fam, what is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in once again. Another killer Wednesday we have coming off of a Friday night fan free-for-all last week, Anthology Horror, which was a badass episode. We had a lot of killer content creators on there, people, great combo again. And today, joining us momentarily, we are going to be joined by a monster that's over 4,000 years old, from the bowels deep beneath the bowels of Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. It's Martin Monster, and I can't wait to get him on. I got to hear the stories. I mean, like, man, what was it like living back then versus now? Like, we're gonna get into it with Mr. Monster, and I can't wait for that. Before we get to the chat, I want to make sure everybody knows and just remind everybody, if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? Like, share, subscribe, bada bing, bada boom. Come on, man. You know we are the realest people in the room. How you doing? Let's go.
I feel like it's like a QVC commercial.
That's it. Facebook, check us out. Horrorheads 365 on Facebook. We are finally on Instagram. I got to update it now because it's no longer Horrorheads 365 on Instagram. It's horror.365. We got our name. Let's go.
Love it.
Finally.
Love it.
And don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, you can also watch on Facebook and Twitch, twitch.tv/horror_365. Make sure you check us out on there. Hopefully we can have some more things shaking on Twitch in the near future. And then speaking of near future, prom night is coming up June 20th, Horror 365 prom night at eventbrite.com. You got to check it out. It's going to be a show. Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
We going out to prom, everybody. Let's go.
I
Horror
never went to
365 prom night.
I'm excited.
There we go. There's your invite. Everybody's invited. Come on out. It's going to be a great time. You know, it's prom season, and we're giving you a reason. Come on out. Freehold, New Jersey. Let's go.
Season, right? It's in Freehold.
Right.
It's like 20 minutes from me.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right in central Jersey. I mean,
Jersey.
easily accessible for people in Jersey, PA, and New York. Right in the center, right in the heart, the thick of everything that's going on between the tri-state, the three states right here. And it's going to be a killer time. And again, if you're not home by midnight, you might not make it home at all. But,
Yeah.
looking forward to this. Raffles, trivia, a lot of good things coming.
It's going to be a lot of fun, man. You could get out there if you like to dance. You know, we got Nemo and Paige joined forces back in February. They set up the boy. They set your boy up. You know, Swift don't dance. All he do is this. You know, Paige came to me. You know, it was a whole elaborate plot. And Paige got Swift to dance, and Nemo was there on the side, catching it all at 4K, trying to embarrass your boy. But it's not going to happen again. This time I'm going to be ready. I'm gonna be paying attention.
Let's see about that. We'll see about that. I might get you
Well,
again.
we'll see.
I think that you should
Listen.
probably break dance, Swift.
I think so,
you
too.
No
just gotta let
promises.
it
I'm gonna come
Yeah, I
up.
dance. Everything gonna be
Oh.
breaks. That's how it usually works. I dance. That's usually how it works.
It's gonna be earthquake. Earthquake in New Jersey.
Oh yeah. Oh man. They're gonna. All you're gonna hear is timber.
No, I'll tell you, Swift.
Down goes Swift. Down goes Swift.
You know, I know you were smooth in the ring. You know, you can bob and weave and you can move around.
Yeah.
I mean, the footwork is second to none. Maybe Muhammad Ali. That's it. Only got that over on you. But this camera's everywhere. This camera's everywhere.
Listen,
So
these
you gotta be
cameras
prepared.
are treacherous. Yeah, I gotta be prepared. Listen, I got all my eyes on I got my head on a swivel. I got eyes everywhere. You see right here. I got my boy What's-up? He's out here. He's watching my back. With him behind my back and all of you guys all around me, I'm good. I don't gotta worry about nothing.
You know what? I love that right there that you got that because Scary Movie 6 is coming out this week. And man, I'm excited. And so are so many people. We're going back to the roots, baby. I cannot wait for this weekend.
The founding fathers and mothers.
Yeah. Let's make
everybody.
Let's make it
Well,
funny.
before we talk about real quick, I got something to say before we talk about Scary Movie and before we say hi to the chat. What's up, chat, everybody? I love you guys. Thanks for coming out. I just gotta clear my throat real quick and dust our shoulders off real quick because we just had history made over the weekend in the horror world at the box office. Number one, Backrooms came out, but we'll get back to that later. There's a little movie that came out a few weeks ago called Obsession that's burning the box office apart, right? So Obsession just made history for the first film in 44 years, meaning the last film that did what I was just about to say was E.T. back in 1982.
Really?
What Obsession did was they're the first movie with all things equal. Their third week at the box office got an increase.
Wow.
Now, that's happened before, but it would be something like a movie came out and it made waves and then they opened it in more theaters. All things considered equal, all things being equal. Mm-hmm. And not only did it have a third weekend increase, what it also did, it made these suckers push back the digital release. They said, oh, listen, it's killing it at the box office, man. We got to make all this money at the box office. So shout out to Obsession because you're killing it. Mm-hmm. And now back to what I wanted to really talk about. A little film called Backrooms. Everybody who knows about Creepypasta, Backrooms just came out. Directed, first of all, it comes from A24 and it's directed by somebody that everybody on YouTube knows as King Pixels. But his name is King Parsons, 20 years old. Right? He, number one, it came in at 100 million today, June 3rd, at the domestic box office since it opened. $100 million, right? And it's A24's first film to do so in 6 days.
Oh wow!
And also, it made 8.7 million yesterday, which was Tuesday. It's the second highest grossing Tuesday for a horror film in June, behind an opening of The Omen on June 6, 2006. That opened on a Tuesday. But behind that, this is the second highest grossing.
Wow.
Second highest grossing Tuesday for a horror film. So they're really tearing it up. King Pixels or King Parsons, his real name. He's become the youngest filmmaker at 20 years old to ever get a number one opening at the box office. So shout out. Horror, you're killing it. Everybody's doing a great job, King Pixels. Everybody listening to what the audience wants. You spoke again. And you're getting what you wanted. So congratulations, everybody, man. Shout out. Pat yourselves on the shoulder. Pat yourselves on the back. Whatever they say, dust your shoulder off.
I don't want to do that. I might break my shoulder. I've been patting myself a little too much.
Absolutely. So
Swift, thank you so much. No, honestly, Swift, thank you for those the facts right there that you.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
I still can't see Obsession yet because every time I have a minute to see it, I'm not even exaggerating. From where I am in Central Jersey, the entire state into Staten Island is completely booked out unless you want the front row.
No,
Absolutely.
literally.
Absolutely.
Me and my friend went to go see it originally. He has been trying to see it again ever since, and this is when it came out. He cannot find a theater. There are no seats at the theaters.
Yeah.
It's
Sold
honestly
out.
mind-blowing, but such an amazing film. Like, I still think about it. I'm still scared. Like, I walk my dog at night, and I'm, like, waiting for her. Like, I don't know.
I got goosebumps.
And for everybody,
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
I
talk about it.
Goosebumps, man. Like, legit from that film. And the film hasn't done that to me in a long time. I think the last film. Wow, I don't even remember the last. It's been a while since I had that feeling. It might have been Hereditary that did that. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but
for everybody who
it's definitely different, and it speaks to everyone. So go ahead.
Yeah, everyone can relate to it. You know.
Yeah,
everyone can relate to it. Everyone can relate to being that. If you're a guy, you can relate to being that guy that you are so into this girl, and she doesn't know. You know, she doesn't see you that way, or she doesn't see you at all. You know, maybe you're in Spanish class with her. She wouldn't know you. The second the bell rings, she wouldn't know you outside the classroom. You know, so everybody can relate to that. Women can relate to a dude that did them kind of wrong, did them dirty. You know, so this is a film that speaks to everybody. You got a certain select group of guys who maybe they have women obsessed with them. I don't think it's that many, but you also have that small, tiny demographic, or a woman has a man obsessed with her and she's looking at it the other way. You know, there's so many ways to look at this film. So it really speaks to everybody, like you said, Jimmy. And for everybody who doesn't understand what I was talking about, usually what films do, you know, I'm going to go talk about Scream real quick. Scream 7. Scream 7 did major box office, right? Second weekend dropped. Third weekend dropped even more. It was like a bubble. Like it made everything in the beginning on the front end, and then it dropped off. What these movies are doing is they're holding on. And this is good for us because it's going to convince these studios to get rid of these short streaming, theatrical to streaming windows. It's going to convince them to restructure these deals because they're leaving a lot of money on the table. You know how many people I know, they love horror movies. I'm like, yo, let's go see XYZ. I'll just wait for 3 weeks. It'll be on streaming. I don't like going outside anymore. Listen, going to the movies is a cultural, social event. We got to get back to doing it. And horror community, you killed it.
Same thing with drive-ins too. I've been noticing that drive-ins around the tri-state area are now trying to enhance more in the horror realm, bringing it back, which I think will benefit them truly with their prices, their customers, more fans, welcoming more into the horror community more than it was before. So thank God it's turning out better this year for horror.
All around. I've said it for weeks now, for months now. Horror is booming, and it's just getting started. I mean, what Obsession has done, breaking these records, and the fact that it's still moving up. It's not going backwards; it's going forward. And the third week is better than the opening week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's impressive for a horror movie. For any movie in general, but for a horror movie especially. And it just speaks on the genre right now. It speaks on
people still want to watch movies at the movie theater.
That too, yes. People still
you just got to give them what they want.
Yeah. You're right. You have to give them what they want. Like you said, Swip, and also that short window now is getting eliminated. Like, because how many times we've seen, it's going to hit the theaters, and next week it's on a streaming service. Or simultaneously, like a Halloween.
Day and date. They call it day and date. Yeah. Kills and ends. Absolutely.
No, so I'm happy now.
That's a practice that should have been left with the shutdown.
Yeah, that's what we need in movie theaters. Go out and support the movie, make it an experience. Go out to the theaters, support the theaters. Let's keep this cultural, like what you were just talking about, this experience alive, Swift. So I want to go to the chat real quick. We got Martin Monster joining us. He's in the waiting room right now. So we're gonna bring him on momentarily.
Put the kids to bed because the monster's on the loose.
Oh yeah,
I'm so excited.
Here we go. I feel like the Monster Squad right now. We're gonna bring them on.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so we got Mama Swift in the building as always.
Hey, Mom.
What's up, Mom?
How you doing, Mom? Thank you.
Nemo.
We got Nemo in the house. What's up, Mama? How you doing, Nemo?
Number one boy.
Oh, look at who we got. What's up, Lane? How you doing?
Lane, I think.
Rob. He's telling me to get back to work. I think Nemo's off today,
My
though.
best friend.
Rob.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, we got Greg.
Greg Brewer. What's up, Greg? What's happening, Greg? What's happening?
How you doing, Greg? Oh.
Tony D.
Hey,
Tony. What's up, boy? How you doing?
Tony.
All right. Hey, December the 14th. What's
Hunter.
going on?
December the 14th. What's happening?
Little spoiler alert.
How are you?
Next week, they're going to be on the show. Yep.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
Yep. Melissa Simon.
Oh,
Hey,
What's up,
Sasha
Melissa?
Queen. How you doing?
Slash your queen. Hopefully your birthday was
She
amazing.
spent her birthday with us.
Yep. Little birthday
We were
weekend.
so blessed to have her.
All right. Nanette in the
Also,
building.
shout out Nanette. Yes, absolutely.
Hey,
Shout out to Sam. Happy birthday, Sam. Today is Sam's
Happy
out like a
birthday,
horror.
Sam.
Sam, happy birthday. We love you. Hope you
Happy
enjoy your
birthday,
day.
Sam.
We got Sean in the house. Sean's our corner.
Sugar Daddy Sean Rhodes, baby.
Yes, it
The
is.
son of a slasher. He's in the building.
Sugar Sean Love from up above. Let's go.
Oh, man. Melissa
And also
says,
Kara from Kara on air. Happy belated birthday. Her birthday was yesterday. We love you.
yes. Happy belated, Kara.
Yes.
Carol, we love you, Sam. We
Keep
love
killing
you.
it.
Thank you for all your support. And honestly, enjoy your birthday. Have a killer birthday, both of you.
I agree with that,
Greg
Melissa.
Brewer.
Oh, Melissa. Don't put that out in the stratosphere. She's talking about she wants to see.
Gotta
you
record it,
Me
Melissa.
too.
Please record it.
On a
now,
business.
now we got a group of 3. They're joining forces.
There we go. Hey, Dustin, what's happening, buddy?
Yes.
Dustin, what's up, bro? How you
Howdy
doing?
ho.
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back to the madness. Oh, come on. Rob already with his hot takes. Obsession is the
Oh,
most
God.
overrated horror movie to come out in a long time.
Let me block them.
So-
How do I
Well,
block
it is because so many people are talking about it. So yeah, for sure.
You know what's crazy? I
The
have
attention
heard,
this thing got.
like,
Whether
I've
you
seen
like
a lot
it or
of
not,
posts.
people are talking.
I've seen a lot of posts and they're like, obsession's overrated. Why are we still talking about it? Bro, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Hi, Terrific Podcast. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Hey, Brandon, what's up?
You're right, Paige.
Greg, happy belated birthday, Greg. May 28th. Happy belated birthday, bro.
Oh, happy belated Greg.
Happy
Greg
belated.
Brewer brewing up something special every week. That's it, baby. John Walsh. Oh,
Hi,
man, this guy's
John. Hey.
incredible
Hi.
artist. What's up, John?
Oh, we got John Walsh in the house. What's up, bro? The main man.
Howdy, John.
Check him out.
I
Point
already
to the
tell you.
pencil. Check out John Walsh. Point to the pencil.
Please.
Incredible.
I
Oh,
don't know
man,
why, but I
such a
just started
talented-
binge watching freaking Hereditary 3 times over the weekend. I watched it 3 times.
Stormy.
What did you watch 3 times?
Hereditary.
You over the weekend? Oh, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
I
heads
like
are rolling.
Midsommar better, but Hereditary is still effed up.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, it's
Well,
tense.
How do
Ending's
you leave
wild
your
as hell.
sister in the back of the car?
Yeah, but I like those types of films. You know,
Understand.
those
Toyatic.
are my favorite that make me
Hi,
uncomfortable.
Toyatic.
No,
No,
So yeah, it's back in the house. Thanks for coming out. Haven't seen you in a minute.
All right.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Nanette.
So without further ado,
Nanette, there's a reason I don't go to the movie. It costs $100. I get it, Nanette.
well, it's tough. If you're getting snacks and you get something to eat and stuff, yeah, it adds up. I get it. But
It really does.
if you smuggle in some snacks, and I'm not saying to do it, but I'm saying do it. So, hey, a couple snacks there. You're still buying a movie ticket. You're supporting the film, supporting the theater coming out.
Listen, I got a whole Shamrock Shake in the theater once.
Paige, you're stuck on that Shamrock Shake, man. My goodness.
In the purse.
Man, I was like, what's his? I was like Cheeseburger Eddie. I think that's his name, right? From The Longest Yard. Was he from The Longest Yard? I smuggled in a Wendy's Baconator in that bad boy. I pulled the shit out in the theater. It smelled like
We're
bacon.
sponsored by Wendy's.
Wow, yeah. I was like Cheeseburger Eddie in there, man. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes, baby.
Fries that are
man,
close.
Oh man. So anyway, without further ado, I don't want this monster waiting any longer. Please welcome from the bowels, deep beneath the bowels of Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, Martin Monster.
Yay!
Oh.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
Marty?
Is there anyone in there?
Yeah,
Are you in the computer machine?
oh, yes.
Monster, we're here. Welcome.
Hello?
Hey,
Howdy.
Marty, can you hear us, Martin?
It's not
Howdy.
working.
No, it's working. Can you hear us?
Are you guys in there?
We're here. We're in here.
You
Yeah, I
see
feel
us.
like I've been trapped in the goddamn Phantom Zone. I've been trying to get into each one of your topics. I have opinions on back rooms and obsessions and
Ooh, yeah.
modern cynicism on the internet. But we can get into that. Hello to the who's in there? I see a Jimmy Hustle Entertainment in there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm here, man.
Hold
I
on.
mean, it's-
Hold on a sec.
oh my
I love
goodness.
you already.
Holy Jesus.
Hold on.
What's going on over
Just
there?
1 second. I just gotta move some.
Oh, Frank. Oh, my
It's okay.
gee.
All right. Okay, I'm okay. Hi.
You like me
Oh,
away.
Okay.
Are you okay over there?
Do you
It's
need
just
my
a little-
inhaler?
It's just my ex-wife. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man, I'm so
Up in
sorry
smoke.
Okay.
about- my
Can
goodness.
you guys hear me okay? Everybody sound okay? See me
Oh,
okay?
you sound,
Okay.
yeah, you sound
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Mr.
Man,
Monster, yes, we hear you loud and clear.
this is an honor right here. This is an honor. And I just want to introduce everybody to you, Mr. Monster.
Please.
Marty, if I can call you Marty. We got Sammy Joe. in the
Listen,
building. Yep.
let me just. You stole my catchphrase a little bit there, Jimmy, but I'm going to say it real quick. My name is Martin Monster, and I come to you from buried beneath the bowels of Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And indeed, Martin Monster. My friends call me Marty. So Martin.
Okay, Marty, Martin, Mr. Monster. Man, this is an honor to have someone on the show, a monster like yourself on this show. Just the history. 4,000. I believe it's roughly right 4,000 years old.
After 39,000, you stop counting. So, but yeah, let's say mid 4,000s.
Oh man, this is a privilege.
Roughly in this corporeal form, things are all sort. There's the before times, but that we all went through, but we don't remember.
Yeah, jeez, how can you remember that far?
I'm not saying I do.
You do,
my memories. Surprisingly, my memories are really sharp about the 80s and 90s for no apparent reason.
Good
We're
time.
going to definitely talk about the 90s. Those decades stood out for, I guess, a multitude of reasons, and I want to hear some of your stories from that.
Well, that's, this obsession and these back rooms and the creepy spaghettis and everything. It's really, thank God it's not the fucking 80s and 90s. Like, I'm so happy to see the youth doing their youthful things and not be influenced or trying to rip off something else. They're both still hugely ripping off other things, and all art is repetitive. But aside from that, it's seeing all the kids out for this was awesome, and if a cynical old monster like myself can find joy in that, anything's possible.
100%. I agree with you. It's all about the next generation and the youth, and that's what the beautiful thing is now with horror and the state of our killer genre out here. What would you say, Marty? Like the difference from, I don't know how far back in the day you want to go, but back in the day in comparison to today, like what do you think the biggest difference is in our genre?
It's always the same. The biggest difference is it's the same, that everyone's always surprised. They're like, oh my God, can you believe it? People like a scary movie, and they came out. It happens every few years, and it's horror is the the bastard stepchild, like heavy metal music or like pornography or all these sort of like niche things that really keep the whole other industry afloat, make all the money underneath. A factory system for talent always, but they still make a lot of money. But it's been the same. It used to be when I first got started, it was like a saber-toothed tiger attacked some guy. And I had to retell that story to somebody, and then you start embellishing a little. You make the teeth a little bigger, and everybody gets a little spooked. But it's been variations of that ever since.
Yeah, I've never seen no saber-toothed tiger attack. So that's a privilege right there.
They're gone. They used to be right over here. I'm in Bay Ridge. There used to be saber-toothed tigers everywhere. The mammoths. Woolly mammoths used to be everywhere, but you don't see them anymore. Mammoth. I think it's Mom Dami's fault. I think that's what I heard.
Jeez. I don't know, man. Dude, I want to bring this back, but Marty.
Sorry, go ahead. Just your show, Jimmy. I forgot.
No, I'm loving it, man. Because I want to know. I love history lessons, and I mean, especially somebody who's been around roughly 39,000 years. It's incredible how much you've seen over those centuries. So and here we are today, 2026. With
you learn some perspective, but I have only seen it from here in Brooklyn, because where else am I gonna go? I mean, I've been here over all that time, but I've resided here in Brooklyn the entire time. Well, occasionally, I make it into the city against my will, and maybe once or twice to Jersey. But if you plant yourself, this is one of the reasons I love Brooklyn and New York. You plant yourself in one spot long enough, you'll see almost everything go by eventually in a place like this. And movies, arts, storytelling, curation, all of this is kind of Brooklyn traditions as well. And horror always being the easiest, or not the easiest, but the language beyond even the language of film that's every single generation gets, and it's always the same. The clothes change once in a while, but they come back around. 90s stuff, it's all in, it's all baggy again now. It was all skinny for a while, now it's all baggy. Chokers, I saw a girl in a choker the other day. Oh my god.
My goodness.
I wear
Go ahead, Sammy.
I wear the baggy pants. They're back in style now, and my boyfriend likes to call them the parachute pants.
Yeah. These are like the Janko jeans, right?
Janko jeans, bro. ICP times, yeah.
Yeah, I'm noticing 90s is back, and
and really this or what do you call them? The noughties, the early aughts, really a lot of that nostalgia I see. I mean, this back rooms itself is somewhat rooted in that. And this, the nostalgia for YouTube is a little bit weird to wrap my brain around, but I see videos that are 20 years old on there now. So there's a different history where the generation previously was maybe decidedly raised on the television. This one was raised on the internet and YouTube almost specifically. And people turn out. They came to see the back rooms, They're destroying this Lego guy. Have you seen? There's this whole Lego people being destroyed on bricks and minifigs. The internet's destroying everything, but taking control.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you now. It's a blessing and a curse with the internet, because you can't look online when movies are released because there's spoilers everywhere. It's like, I don't want to know about a TV series. So that's the only downfall about it. And it's just so many people glued to the phones nowadays, right? Mm-hmm. For whatever reason it is. So we lost a little bit of that communication. And it's good that, after all this time, Marty, and all the trends, you still are able to communicate with us humans. It's amazing.
I do like you guys. You're all right. You've started amusing me a couple thousand years ago, and and especially once you started creating the movies, I had a lot of use for you, and it was fascinating. You would take yourselves and you would take an idea of yourselves and you would put it up there, but it wasn't really like, well, you like it all, but then you were like, I like that, and then it kept going back and forth, and now you make movies about the movies. And a couple of monsters, which I always appreciate. That's been about 100 years or so. We've been getting the monster movies. Really, it's one of the things I like about horror is that you can really trace it back to a beginning, almost horror movies, right? Obviously, the idea of horror and books and stuff, but really starting. I mean, film in general is still a really young medium, guys. Like, it's a little over 100 years old, compared to dance or arts or any of that other shit. It's still a really young medium and being explored. We were still only scratching the surface of it. People think it's a very specific way that things are supposed to be. But even if you've been around, a couple of decades, the experience of going to the movies changes almost every 10 years, prices, the experience, the contents. It's always going to be around, but we're seeing a shift right now. And then that youthful market, they missed out on it because of the COVIDs, a lot of it. So a lot of the perpetuation of movies has been nostalgia. That generation then misses a couple years. They don't have nostalgia, but they got the back rooms.
They got the back rooms.
I can't wait to see that.
The pasta.
I saw back rooms. I saw it.
I want to give the ladies an opportunity to ask you a question. I have a ton of questions for you. I mean, oh my God, again, talking about history, but I'm going to give Sammy or Paige the floor right now to ask you any questions that they may have for you.
Martin Monster, you must have really enjoyed those silent films. That was probably a wonderful experience. How did you feel about that?
I wish, I would wish we get a few more silent films. Some of these movies, they're just yapping, they're saying nothing. Another reason to like the back room, kind of quiet. Big fan of the old silence. Yes, I was good friends with Lon Chaney Sr., the man of 1,000 faces. I helped him secure his fish hooks in his nose for the Phantom of the Opera. Big fan of the original Nosferatus. Guys, maybe you heard about that, right? I was in the running for the character originally, but Max Schreck was way weirder looking than I was, so he got it. And the origins of, like, a lot of what I do is I put on a show, and I like to put on a show. There's a little more to movies than just the movies, so adding a little bit extra, we can get more into that, but like Nosferatu, often considered the original horror movie, maybe the first. It's not really the first, but kind of often considered that. And it also, when it was released, which was in the early 19th, 20th, whatever fucking century, it wasn't released in the time that it took place. It took place in a more Victorian era in the movie. When the film was released in the 20s, they encouraged everyone to come dressed up in that old regalia, So it was an immersive event, the premiere. And the movie was banned, if you might know, because it was a total ripoff of Dracula. And Bram Stoker's estate sued, and they won. And the movie was lost for a really long time and was really traded on Super 8 and VHS for a long time until it was restored. So it's not only the first horror movie, the first immersive movie, but the first cult film. So I am a big fan of that era. And it really, I guess, I was saying before, kind of started there in many ways.
Nice. Love it.
I love it.
Thank you, Marty, for that. Paige, what do we got?
Man, 4,000 years. Let's go back to the woolly mammoths. How cute were they in person? I don't know.
The little ones were the best, and also the most delicious.
Oh,
no. I would never.
Let's touch upon the House of the Devil from, what is that, 1896?
Now we're going way back, right?
What do you think? Iconic or not?
I mean, he does. The decoration was pretty on spot. That is what his house more or less looks like. And those little jumping bean guys are everywhere. They're adorable. But yeah, there was a few things before Nosferatu, certainly. And I'm a big fan of Edison's Frankenstein. This is similar around the same time. It was really audacious take on the creature. But those, I mean, it's amazing that anybody, you got yourselves, anyone in a modern world even remembers many of those things. Some of them, it's really impressive that we still have.
Yeah.
Many are lost, completely lost to time. London After Midnight was another Lon Chaney Sr. movie, lost to time. I was lucky enough to see it back in the day, but I wish I had kept the print. I'd be a millionaire.
Yeah,
Preservation, a big thing.
We got
the extra puke bag, yeah.
Puke bag.
Yeah, my mom, she went to go see The Exorcist when it first came out in New York. Because New Jersey, it wasn't filming it. It wasn't, you couldn't watch it in New Jersey theaters. So mom went to New York and she got the puke bag. And she always tells me, Paige, if I would have kept that, we'd be rich. I'm like,
Mama Paige, come on. Jesus.
Always save the puke bags.
Always save those puke bags. And yes, and while we're on the concept of that, Jimmy J puke bags coming soon. Some people are getting sick out here. December the 14th over here. Martin Massa, I can give you a silent movie, LOL. December the 14th.
Yes, Hunter.
Oh, damn it. Shalada Slick Rick in the building. What's up, guys? Just got
Slick
home.
Rick. How you doing?
All right. Dalek Shalom in the building. What's up, Dalek?
What's up, Dalek?
Hey.
Artur Itas. I think that's how I said. A zombie impressionist mommy will be rotten all week, folks. Hey, yo.
Hey.
Oh.
What's up?
Hey, yo. What are we doing here? Okay, whole enchilada. All right, want to get to this. Marty, what was it? I mean, seeing so many things over these years, over these centuries, what was it that got you hooked on this killer genre of ours?
Well, being a monster, I was quite partial initially. I was like, oh, finally, my story. But I don't know. I always, always drawn to it. We can segue. A lot of guys made impressions, but Freddy Krueger, big impression in my dreams. And when he was the classical, I love that he was the modern Dracula. Almost every generation has it. I love the original Universals. I'm a big fan of Creature from the Black of the Lagoons. So those, and I loved, and it took a long time for it to come around. Really, I always loved the idea of comic books. And the idea of those original Universals that they would, fight each other and cross over in this world of monsters. It took almost another century for that to catch on in a mainstream level. But comic books have always done that. But I love that every generation kind of has its own monsters. And, it doesn't need to be the same, doesn't need to be a Dracula and a Frankenstein every 10 years. It's something else that usually slots in. And I loved Freddy for really slotting in as that Dracula sort of guy, Jason as a Frankenstein, and that slasher era of it was a lot of fun. And the 80s in general, that was when movies kind of became movies in a lot of the way we think of it. Really, the late 70s, the blockbusters, movies were different for a long time. They were really phony. Like when you watch them, the way people would talk, they would talk like this and blah, 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 blah. And even the scariness of it was different. One of the reasons I love horror is because it always, I don't really read. I'm not really a reader, and there's things
used to read on the walls though. I heard somebody told me, a guy down in Brooklyn told me used to read the scribes, they used to write on the walls over there. I'm more of a, I mean, you talk a lot with your hand. You invented that.
I'm a visual guy. I'm a storyteller type of guy. I've heard that there's books around. I've seen one or two, but I like to know what's going on in the world. You can just watch the horror movies that were made, of the era, and you can usually kind of get an idea of what was going on in the culture there, about what the paranoia might have been, or what the concerns might have been, and like the 50s, you had a lot of giant atomic monsters and stuff, and the threat of all these kinds of things. And, I always love that it evolves and that every generation will make its own. I hope it makes its own. But then by the late 70s, around the time Jaws and movies became blockbusters, then they became the number one. It used to be books. People really liked books. I guess some people still like them. But, you know, they're not nearly as popular. Movies blew it out of the water eventually as the number one medium in America. And the premium almost, right? Everybody wants the, you know, kind of thing. And the genre of, and horror would always sort of be right here, you know, and every once in a while something would blow up, but I kind of like when it would come back down a little bit. Usually that's when something interesting would happen, kind of like right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look where we're at right now. I mean, just right here, even on the show, I'm just amazed right now because you talk about the 80s and you're right, and horror was synonymous. Anything that was going on in the world, a lot of social commentary.
Yeah.
You know, and
always.
Always. You're right.
People talk now like, oh, everything's political. I'm like, you were just dumber or you weren't paying attention in the old movies, you know? You think the people making that movie didn't know what was going to happen? Like, it wasn't the point, and it's still not always the point. But just because you recognize something in something now that you didn't when you were a fucking kid, probably 11 years old, watching Dawn of the Dead or whatever, you know, there's more to it. There's always more to it.
So from the 80s, what do you take from that decade? I mean, there's so much you can take, but what is it that your most fondest memory, horror movie memory, or just memory in general from that decade?
Again, people talk now about nostalgia, and the 80s was probably the most nostalgic fucking decade ever. It was the boomers coming into their middle age, and we're so nostalgic for the 50s and the 40s and all of these type of things, you know, very much similar to now. And but I like that. I liked a little bit of the remake trends that was present in the 80s. You had The Thing, The Fly, The Blob, some of my all-time favorites. And I was quite partial to the pop culture of the previous generation. You know, again, starting with silent films, the culture of fandom really kind of starts from horror with famous monsters. I'm just going to keep fucking doing this with my hands. I mean, it's just...
I mean, you invented that. You invented the hand...
It's too much. I'm like, how long am I fucking doing the circle? But it's the Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine. Forrest J. Ackerman started that in the 50s, which was one of those first bits of nostalgia, really, for movies. And that kind of really came to its zenith in the 80s when all those guys kind of grew up. John Landis and Rick Baker and all these guys who grew up reading that magazine then started making all these movies. It's as close as you can have to, like, you know, that would be YouTube now, kind of, right? Yeah. All these kids grew up watching YouTube and doing all these sort of shit. And then they kind of put out a lot of movies that, if you looked at it from an adult perspective or step back, they all kind of look the same in many ways. You can see similarities, but, you know, it's for that generation. So that's what the 80s brought out. And, you know, I know you guys quite partial to Jason Lives. I love that. Yeah. And I like any of those movies that sort of, you know, meta before was meta. I was a big fan of, and like, you know, 86 Jason is like right in the point there. Dream Warriors, Freddy, that reflected the culture is all over the movie, the music, the fashion, and just a sense of fun, you know, and then almost, you can see it start to kind of go down right after that. You know, there's a peak and there's valleys. But Jason, any of that pure, like, Monster Kid nostalgia of like the 50s that was present in the 80s, I'm a big fan of. Jason Lives was a big throwback to the Universal movies. And the Monster Squad, big fan of the Monster Squad.
Oh, yeah, the Monster Squad. I feel like the Monster Squad here tonight, right? Come on, Swift, right?
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah, the Monster Squad is in the house. Let's go. Let's do it.
We're talking to the monster himself, Martin Monster. Slick Rick says, The Thing, The Fly, The Blob, 3 of the greatest remakes of all time, and The Thing is the greatest horror film ever. I mean, well, I know that's subjective. Damn good movie. Blob is...
And you make a strong point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for that.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody follow the whole damn enchilada.
The Thing's one of those things, but it was a huge bomb, a big failure when The Thing was released. Huge bomb, and not only just a bomb, trashed by the critics, and it was the same thing that you hear now. And John Carpenter talks about it. He was like, it was all the reviewers who got mad that felt like he raped their childhood. Like he took the thing that they loved from the 50s and made it into this really weird, cynical, gross, like exploitative thing. And they tore him to pieces. And you know who didn't give a shit was fucking kids who rented that thing a zillion times. And now it's so funny. People talk about it like the greatest movie ever. Like Stephen Colbert is always on and on about it. A bomb, a huge bomb. And perspective is a hell of a thing.
Isn't that amazing how some of these films, just when they came out, it wasn't a big deal, or like you said, it was a bomb, and then over time, you've seen there's a cult following behind it. That was a great point about The Thing on that, and I also
blame E.T. for that as well. I blame E.T. 82 was a heavyweight year. I blame E.T. for that. E.T. I blame E.T. as well.
It's always timing. The biggest thing in the business is timing. Like, it's luck rather too. Like you can make the greatest movie, and thankfully now and for some time, maybe eventually the word could still get out even after the fact, but it's tough. This thing with this movie getting big again after The Obsessions is great. Like that's how movies used to be. It would come out. It would be soft for a little while sometimes, and then word of mouth. And you didn't need to rush. The whole industry changed, the way the theaters are run and everything. But like Star Wars, like nobody saw Star Wars in 1977. Like everybody saw it when it was released the next year or years after that. All the Disney movies you would see, on re-releases. You're starting to see more. We're seeing
Freddy Krueger's in the building.
Oh, Freddy.
The monsters are bringing the monsters out.
My buddy.
Hey.
Must be like the pheromones you're pushing through the computer, releasing all the monsters.
So you were saying, I think it was
speaking of monsters, Martin, you're a monster. You've been around all of these years. You've seen it all. You've seen it come. You've seen it go. You've seen it come back again, and you've managed to stay in the cultural zeitgeist of everything. And from what I hear, I'm a Brooklyn guy. From what I hear out here on the streets of Brooklyn is that there's this thing called the Martin Monster Show, and that's how that right there is what kept you going, kept you pushing through all of these years. What exactly is the Martin Monster Show? I'm dying to know. Or everywhere I go in Brooklyn, I'm hearing about the Martin Monster Show. The Martin Monster Show. Can you tell me something about what the Martin Monster Show is?
Thank you, Swift. The check. The Venmo will come through momentarily. The Mon Monster Show, yes. So that's the current I've been doing a show one way or another for a long time. Again, I used to do it for the Cavemen up front, and used to do a little bit of the stage show and public access. But right now I'm doing a live version of the show called the Martin Monster Show, and it's all about movies you've seen before. I got no obsessions or backrooms, but repertory things. I'm a horror host, and there's the horror host used to be a really big part of horror in general and the consumption of it, and all those monster kids I was talking about in that era. Really on television, on local late night TV. That's where you'd see all these things. And you still obviously got horror hosts like Joe Bob Briggs and Svengoolie and Great Elvira, probably one of the most famous. Big fan of Zachary was my mentor and influence. And the idea of curation. So while the idea of the horror host itself sort of fell away a little bit out of the popular culture, curation itself has always been a thing, and even that's come up on influencer culture and all these things and people making lists and stuff and talking about things. So I need to get the show out of the screen box, and also my previous show was canceled. So I'm doing it in live theater now. And if you come to a Martin Monster show, we'll screen a movie. And we'll take breaks during the movie, and we'll do sketches, and there'll be some live music, maybe, or some comedy, or maybe somebody spinning a big wheel, even Mr. Swifts and Jimmy's. A throwback, old school, participatory monster movie party, right?
I love it.
Is what the experience is, and right now I'm doing it at Freddy's once a month. We do it at Freddy's Back Room, which is in Park Slope, Brooklyn. And Freddy's is another institution. They've been around like over 70 years, and they got a great, cool space. Never have sports on the screen, and they've really been a great collaborator, and so we got like a Spooky Sunday thing going on monthly, and wherever else I am able to pop up and do my monsterings.
Man, Mr. Monster, Marty, I got to tell you, thank you so much for letting everybody know about the show. Because Swift was talking, like he said, word's getting around town in Brooklyn. This is a big deal. There's a big deal going, and there's a big deal happening Sunday, June 14th. Okay, and I see Marty. Okay, Freddy's.
Oh, good.
Dead.
We got the stuff. Oh, good.
Oh, right here. Yeah, collectible 3D print. With every show ticket, you get in the glasses. I am one of the 13 fans of this film. I know. Listen, I love it. Freddy's Dead, though. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. Swift, you better. I know you're going to be out there. This is going to be an experience, and what Marty does. From what I'm here, oh, look at that. Oh, physical media THX. Oh, man. I'm drooling. That's amazing. See, this film.
Beautiful condition for 4,000 years.
Yeah. Well, 1991. But
1991. Give me a break. It's not that old.
No, but
I know the 90s was a long time ago, but Jesus.
It seemed like yesterday. And I missed that
she
decade.
Wasn't born yet.
That was the last decade that we had before we got into cell phones and eventually social media, MySpace. That decade was, I think, the last one that we interacted and communicated a little bit more, and we were outside more, doing more things. And that movie right there, Freddy's Dead. I mean, for me, there's a multitude of reasons why I love that film. But you gotta, there's people that I know that would just poop on that film. Before you do that, why don't you break it down and look into that movie and see exactly, again, talking about social commentary, talking about trauma. There's so much that comes from that film, on top of the fact that it blends comedy in like so well. And, I mean, come on. The Power Glove. And if you're coming out to this right here, you better bring your Power Gloves and you better clean out those ears, okay? Clean them out, because Marty has a killer show lined up for you. And we're going to be out there, Marty.
Martin's dead, baby.
I hope I'm off Sunday. I do. I want to be there so much.
I heard somebody mention the 3D glasses, so it's just for context. Yes. Freddy's Dead, released in 1991, right? 3,500 million years ago now. And if you didn't know, the final 20 minutes of it was in 3D on initial release. It was a gimmick to get everybody in. And but on home video, it wasn't really ever released that way up until recently, the 4K. So we're gonna show this. I'm still trying to make sure it works, but I'm gonna jinx it now. We're gonna show this like that in 3D with the final 20 minutes in 3D, and you will get a print as Jimmy, our artist, Chris Sorrentino. His name's Pizza Plasm, an amazing artist. Does all of our art. Did this original print of the show poster, and it's in 3D. And like one of those old 90s comic books, and you'll get a pair of these Martin Monster collectible 3D glasses to look at that print and the movie.
I love it.
I think incredible.
This is badass, Marty.
I'm excited about, and I think the movie's fine. Yeah. It's another thing with perspective. People are much softer on the movie, and there's a lot more people that grew up with it that have a lot of fond memories. It's not that bad. It's not. People like to shit on everything, and they're just, I can't anymore. Thousands of years of this shit. I don't want to hear it. You know,
how
like,
did you keep yourself so composed over all these years? What has kept you so entertained?
There's a couple of, there might have been some dark nights, you know. Don't look too into my browser history too hard, or some deep internet comments in like maybe late, 1998. It got real rough on like Ain't It Cool News. There was some dark times.
Ain't It Cool News.
But you'll learn after a couple thousand years, it doesn't do you much good.
I don't have that much time.
Yeah, what do we do if you don't have that much time, Marty?
It's different for everybody else. You come to it where you just got to let it go. And also, most of the people you're arguing with are fucking children or robots now. So, don't. Go out to the things. Oftentimes, I find these people like, everybody's hating this, blah, blah, blah. And I don't fucking hear anybody ever say nothing in real life. Everybody seems to be having a fine old time. It's not reality in this. So eventually, hopefully, you can kind of learn that. And some people are just miserable fucking bastards. Yep. And I say this as a kind of a miserable bastard, but not about movies.
Yeah. You know what? Horror, I've said it, as ironic as it sounds, as crazy as it sounds, right? Horror brings us together right here at Horror 365 and in this genre, and especially nowadays with everything going on in the world. You talk about how it goes hand in hand, social commentary, and we're right back there. This is like the 80s amplified right now in this decade. That's my opinion of it in the 2020s.
How could you really hold a grudge against a movie for having political elements in it today, right? Like, how do you not? Like, and that's like a lot of movies, I don't think they're even really trying. I get it. It's just what's happening, Life is politics. Politics is fucking life. Like, it's all, and horror is always, it's inherently very progressive. It's another reason why I enjoy it as a genre. It is generally, it's not politicized in that aggressive way. It is just a reflection, and it's inherently progressive. Freddy is our Pride movie showing. I got my Pride skeleton. Freddy is a huge gay icon, from Nightmare 2 specifically. And it's, you should get excited almost like, well, I do, because I know I'll be around after to see how it all goes. But when things really start to go to shit in the world, sometimes you can get a little excited because you're like, oh, well, the art's probably going to be pretty damn good too.
Yeah. 100%. Go ahead, Paige. I'm sorry.
And then you'll all die.
Oh, great.
Listen, I hope we
appreciate that.
For the next 2,000 plus years, I hope you remember us and we left the lasting impression on you, Marty.
You're Josh, right?
Josh. Oh, there that goes. That's it. That's it. I mean, the name's right.
Josh Jimmy. Right? Josh Jacket.
No, it's Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Wow,
or Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. Which one you want to do?
Pitbull.
I jest. I love you, James.
We got Pennywise Blackwell in the house. How you doing?
Let me see. Let's see what other physical media. I've got a Freddy's Nightmares, the TV show.
It.
One of these.
Get out of here.
VHS. Oh.
This is the
that's an original copy
episode.
From back then.
Yeah, this is the first episode. I think it's called No More Mr. Nice Guy, and directed by Toby Hooper.
And
back then, that's when Freddy was trying to bite your style, Martin. He knows you're the host with the most, and Freddy tried to do that with the Freddy's Nightmares, but it got canceled. Martin Monster's still here, so we are in good company right now. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
We love it.
Real monsters survive. Okay.
What else do I got? I got other weird shit. Here, I got
Vader.
I
What's
got
up,
Fing
Vader?
Fang Foom, Fing Fang Foom toy.
Ooh, Fing Fang Foom. Is that the best?
WWF No Mercy.
No Mercy.
There we go.
Wow. All the artifacts.
Oh,
Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean, you showed me that caveman club that you had too. That's wild, man, from back then.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm excited about this on the 14th, but I want to go back into time, not that far into time, but somewhere maybe 80s and 90s, and we were talking about movies and your experiences. What are some of, or even just one of your memories that stand out from those 2 decades? Anytime in those 2 decades,
Sure.
Growing up as well, a middle-aged monster around that time.
I remember because I've been thinking quite about it these last couple of days because everybody's talking about these 2 big movies, and this is I do believe it is a moment. It'll get wrung dry, I'm sure, and every thing will get, but that's what happens. But I do think we're in a moment, and it's every maybe 10 years or so you get one of these, and there's calms before the storm. And I think 90s, once a movie comes out, there's a bunch of other movies that rip it off. That's what happens in almost every genre, but in horror. And horror was definitely really dry in the mid 90s until Scream came out. And for better or worse or whatever you're gonna say, I love that time period really right before Scream came out, because there was really weird horror movies that came out then, like 93 to like 96. There's things like The Mangler and like Demon Knight, and like all of them didn't do very well. But they were really really interesting time until like Scream figured it out, and then they were like, oh, hit the ground running. And then horror got big again. It peaked out kind of in the early 90s. You had the slashers ran their course, and you had thrillers sort of take over. Silence of the Lambs in a mainstream. And horror kind of fell away. But Scream was a cultural event for sure. A million ripoffs. And then right after that, you got Blair Witch, another giant movie. Changed the genre. You had Paranormal Activity a few years later. I feel like this is one of those moments. And I think that this movie, both of these movies, but specifically Backrooms, have a lot more to them than say Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity as film constructs, not just a trend. That like that the money isn't just from we got to go see this weird thing. Although there's some of that, I'm sure. I did hear a lot of confused people in my movie theater, and there was grumpy people that were like, "Wait, that's all? Is that the hype's all about?" But there was also a line for my theater before the gate opened, which I can't remember. I can't remember the last time I saw. Forget about for a horror movie, and young people. I dig it. All right, that was your question. But Scream coming out was, I think, a really big deal. Mid 90s. That mid 90s is a real sweet spot for me. I've been showing a lot of movies from 96 this year because it's the 30th anniversary. I did a lot of 95 movies last year. I'm quite partial to that era, often because I feel it's a little underserved. 80s horror gets a lot of attention, so I usually try to pick things that are a little different. I mean, even Freddy's Dead is a little mainstream in some ways, but it is the bastard child, and we often try to find
100 Maniacs.
That's exactly true, and try to find the silver lining in it. And I generally think if you come to a monster show, whatever it is, you probably have a good time and can see the perspective that maybe this movie is worth existing.
100%. And you know what? And Marty, from what I hear, again, on the streets of Brooklyn, Swift's been keeping me up to speed. You are the only monster we need to know in town, in Brooklyn. And, this show that you put together, again, from what I've seen, I've never been to a show, and I'm going to be there on the 14th. I've never been to a show before, but it's an experience. It's an experience. Like you said, you show people like a different perspective, and you add layers to your shows, which is absolutely incredible. There's nothing like it out here that I've seen. So I'm excited to be there in attendance with you, and especially, a monster with your credentials. And it's just, I'm honored. I'm honored to actually just be to breathe the same rarefied air as Mr. Marty Monster on June 14th. And
I don't really breathe. It's a I mean,
you're not, well, however you stay flowing and
got
going.
you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Pumping and jumping, however you say. So it's either way, nonetheless, it's going to be a hell of a time out there. And you talk about that mid 90s, going back to that time period. You're so right. It's not talked about enough. We talk about the 80s, and then we talk about Scream, and then, like you said, those student horror movies, if you will.
That's the late 90s. You know, Scream's not till 96. There's a lot of years before then.
Yeah, so between that 90, I want to say 90 to 95, but even coming into 90, you're right. We still had Child's Play 2 in 3, and then Freddy's Dead, Jason Goes to Hell, and there was this, you get the Candyman, which was
if
incredible.
Candyman had come out, Candyman comes out 92, I think.
Yeah.
Candyman had come out in like 87, or like, not that Candyman is a success, but it would have been fucking huge. It was people were a little over it, you know. They were just like, these slashers are kind of done, and you saw it go right down, and so that kind of got lost in the shuffle. But I think it would have been that much more iconic just a couple of years earlier. I love that Candyman. That's so good.
I agree with you on that. Freddy Krueger says, well, he's a big fan of Freddy Krueger, and Freddy, no surprise. And Freddy's Dead is my third favorite in the franchise. Hey, we'll take 3. What's number 1? Let me know. Comment over there. Dalek says, watch Paranormal Activity. Yeah, nothing happened. So you just watch nothing. I'm not a fan.
Dalek also says something else. He wants to know what kind of moisturizer. He says, for a monster your age, you look wonderful. He wants to know what kind of moisturizer you're using.
I want to know too.
That's what Dalek wants to know. What kind of moisturizer?
Korean skin.
Stay out of the sun.
You can make gazillions if you bottle that up, man.
Stay out of the sun, and always wear sunblock.
There you go. There you go, right there from the monster himself.
So
you gotta probably make mud masks in order to replace
with ancient mud.
Yeah,
something like Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, sometimes I put on some. I put on like a pink makeup, to blend in a little more.
During the day, you go out during the day.
It makes people uneasy sometimes, and I it doesn't cost anything to be courteous occasionally.
Because you're a little too pale for most people's life. I mean, you could maybe pass as an albino. I don't know, Marty.
These days in Brooklyn, it doesn't really matter. I barely get a second glance when I walk around.
Yeah.
You mentioned Demon Knight. Talk about that film a little bit, because I think that's another one of those underrated.
Oh yeah, huge fan of Demon Knight. That's one that has stood the test of time a little, and bigger now than ever. I always wish we would have got more, like Tales from the Crypt movies. There were a couple other ones, but they weren't as good. But that one came out hard, and I remember seeing that in the theater. And soundtrack, it had the Filter, Hey-Man Nice Shot soundtrack, and not for nothing, a black lead in Jada Pinkett at the time, and was I can't think of the director's name right now, but he's
Ernest
also
Dickerson.
black. Yeah, right. And he had to fight for her to get in there, and so good. Think about movies like that have a female heroine in it, let alone a black one, especially at that time. But a badass fucking movie. The creatures are awesome. The setting is perfect. I'd love to see somebody do a black box theater version of Demon Knight. It's just single location. It's very theatrical. Billy Zane, oh my god, I wanted him. I was campaigning for him for Lex Luthor, for decades after that. But it's really come around. People really love that movie. And now we did that. We did a screening of that at a Monster Show. We had there was a enchanted VHS tape, and I had to pass the knowledge of Tales from the Crypt and what it meant to pop culture and exploitation culture, because it really did. Tales from the Crypt was really the show and the comic very influential. And then I have a band that I play with called the Slashers, Monster and the Slashers. And I have Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, and Leatherface are in my band. and we did a cover song of "Hey Man, Nice Shot" at the end.
Fun.
So like that's kind of what a general show will do, and the kind of stuff I like to focus on.
Listen, I love it. I love it all, Marty. I got some comments. We got a question here. Dustin, wondering what Marty and you guys think of Night of the Creeps. It's always been one of my favorites in the great homage to the 50s monsters movies. Man, I'll let you go. I'll let you guys go because I love this one. And speaking of the crowd coming up, it kind of, goes hand in hand. I mean,
love it. I'm just looking. I just watched this on VHS. I think my copy's not in arm's reach. Love that movie. Again, big 50s influence all over it, right? The beginning part takes place in the 50s. Gross. This is a Fred Decker movie, also director of Monster Squad.
1 year later.
Gross. Tom Atkins, classic Thrill Me.
Really?
A weird movie that has multiple endings. When they used to run it on TV on Channel 11, it had a whole different ending than what's on the VHS tape. And I recently found this might be a good piece of content. I have a version of Night of the Creeps recorded off of Channel 11 from like 1991 with all the commercials and everything. I got to get that up on the YouTube somewhere.
That's amazing.
And with the weird ending. It's got this weird ending.
That's exciting.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Mark, you gotta get up.
Night of the Creeps is good. I'm a big Tom Atkins fan.
Oh yeah, Tom Atkins is the man. He kills it.
He's so precious.
Gives one of the best quotes in this film about when he's talking to the girls. He's like, "I got good news and bad news. The good news is your dates are here. What's the bad news?" Like one of the dopest quotables in horror films. And everybody,
I think like
anybody out there.
Like when he's saying it, he's like lighting the cigarette, like
and
he's like,
he's such a G.
Like they're dead.
He's such a G. He's a straight G. Anybody who hasn't seen this guy, you can go out to this Saturday to Pine Box Rock Shop. Go check out Scream Scene NYC. They're screening Night of the Creeps. This is it actually, you know what? I'm confusing it. It's gonna be on Monday. It's going to be Monday, June 8th at in the LES at Baker Falls. It's going to be over there. So Macabre Mondays. It's going to be Night of the Creeps. Mondays. Yes, Marlo. I'm sorry. It's going to be Macabre Mondays. Night of the Creeps. We're Monday.
Working on Macabre Mondays with Martin Monster. We'll see.
Nice,
Marlo.
Oh, let's go. I'm there.
Shout out to Marlo, Scream Scene NYC.
Yeah, Night of the Creeps. I want to let you guys talk. I know you said something about a page, Sammy. Any thoughts on that?
I met Tom Atkins twice, and he's literally the most precious human I've ever met. Like me and him, we chatted about his grandkids, and like he wanted to hold my hand for our picture. I started to cry. I didn't even understand what he was doing. He's like, "Give me your hands," and I'm like, "I don't understand." Like, but I have pictures of each moment of like me realizing that, and then me and him holding hands. It's just a magical moment. Night of the Creeps is such a great film, and you know what? Yeah. I'm off Mondays, and I think I'm gonna make it out there for that.
There you go.
Man, I wish I had off on Monday because I would love to go see it with you guys. Because it's definitely like, yeah, I'll be there with you in spirit. So enjoy it for me. Because the cinematography about it.
He's still at it, right? He's like 90.
Oh, he's up there. He's up there.
Is he?
He's old. He still has
a drop in the bucket.
Like I'm still in love with him. Like I love you.
I don't know why. I feel like he's like the Chuck Norris of our horror genre.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I'll agree.
Badass.
He's just a fly boy, man. You know?
Yeah, man. He got them all lined up, man. Tom Atkins in the 80s.
He does.
Pop that collar, Tommy.
Love it. Again and again.
Similar topic, now it's like played out to talk about even, but like Season of the Witch was another one that was such a bomb when it came out. Halloween 3. Yeah. I loved it from day one. I got totally what they were doing. Wow. Still one of my all-time favorites. Really? And I would have never bet like my, I remember me and my ghouls like liking it in the 90s. We talk about it, but like that it got so mainstream now, and the amount of merchandise that exists for it, like you never fucking know. But I love that movie. Tom's that's kind of the big one now, really.
Yeah.
I think for Tom Atkins that people talk about.
That's my favorite Halloween adaptation. That's the only Halloween movie I like. A lot of people, I have a big hot take. I don't like Halloween, but I will watch Season of the Witch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm sorry. I love you, but I don't care for Michael.
She wants to give us Angela.
Yeah, but I mean, like, come on, not any. I mean, you like the Rob Zombie?
I'm gonna behave. Okay, I do. I do like the Rob Zombie movies, but I'm a big fan of Rob Zombie, so it's like I'm very biased to that. But it's just like I just think Michael Myers bores me, and it's nothing against anybody in the horror community. I'm sorry, guys, love you all, but Season of the Witch was the best Halloween movie, and I'm sorry, but because Tom Atkins was in it, and I love him so much.
There you go.
It's a great stand-up.
You know what it is.
I justified myself.
Oh, for sure. When it came out on the heels of Halloween 2. Mm-hmm. So people expected from a sequel. They expected more Michael. People wanted more Michael. You had a couple Jasons come out.
People don't like change. People don't like when you change things. And then despite what you read on the internet where people are like, why did they keep remaking everything? There's no original ideas in Hollywood and all this. I'm like, because none of you fuckers show up. You all come to the things that are exactly the same.
Absolutely.
Once in a while. And Season of the Witch was brilliant, at the time. But nobody, and they killed it in the marketing. Maybe they could have. But people were just like, no, we want which is fine. It's fine to want Michael. I like continue doing the Michael crazies, I guess. It's fine. But for often, every once in a while, I'd meet somebody and they'd be like, Season of the Witch is my favorite one. And I'd be like, we can be friends. I might not be as hard on the Carpenter original as you there, but there's definitely, it's not as amazing as everybody might say. It's a product of its time in many ways.
I'm with you on that. I know I get crucified for this. I think part 2 is better than the OG than part 1, and it's just there's more that happens in part 2. I'm not saying that 1 is not good. It's just overrated in my opinion. But anyway, we're not going to get on that.
And I love Zombies part 2. I think that might be the best movie in the whole franchise. Like as a movie.
That's a hot take.
Yes, I got some hot takes.
Me and Martin are best friends.
Marty, I got to tell you, thank God you're dead already, because these people in here.
I got some hot takes.
I want to hear the hot takes.
Lay them out. I mean, hold on. Before we get into the others, why? Like, why is Halloween 2 Rob Zombie? Like, why is that?
We're getting into. We're doing this. Okay,
we are.
We're doing this.
I love the way. Again, if I take everything out of myself and I remove it from other horror movies and the other anything, like I love the way it's shot. I think it's beautiful. I think like the first 20 minutes of it is maybe like pound for pound the best Halloween movie, Michael Myers movie, but I know it's a dream. I know, but who fucking cares? It's all a movie. I'm just looking at it.
It's only a movie.
The story with Jamie and Sheriff Brackett's and is amazing in that. Brad Dourif. The story with the two girls and how they're dealing with trauma, I think, is pretty well made story. It's a pretty good story. I think the movie looks really good. I love the way it ends. It's a very Halloween-y. Not a lot of Halloween movies are very Halloween-y. I love they go to a big Halloween party, and it's kind of hard to watch both of those movies. Like that's the point. Like people want Michael Myers to be like a superhero movie, like that they go to when it's kind of fun, and I get that too. But that's not what Zombie made. But I like those two movies. I think they're really weird. I tend to like things sometimes when a lot of people really don't like them too. It's a thing.
I like you.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Entertainment's subjective, but there is something wrong saying that this is the best in the franchise.
I don't like to even I don't like to compare too much, because everything is relative. But I do think it's a pretty if you were to it's very well made. Like there's a lot of shit in Carpenter's that it's a huge success, but it's like very amateurish. There's a lot of things that they were very young and they were learning. But there's there's such a mean, weird gloss to that second Halloween movie. I love cynical Loomis, and I love the Weird Al Yankovic cameo.
My God.
Here, I gotta do you one better, Jimmy.
Yeah.
One of my other maybe top Halloween movies is Halloween Ends. The third.
All right, this show's about to end now. This is there's no way.
Listen,
Come on.
I loved you until right now.
we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it. So we gotta watch
after
it.
you came to my show. I should have said it after you came.
Why are we going down this road again? Why are we going down
like
this road
this.
again? No, I don't, Sammy. I don't like this.
I'm trying to do. This is fun. I'm
you-
winning in this part.
I'm enjoying it.
You guys just want to see me in the ER.
I should have had you come to. I should have got you a sponsorship and had you come to my show first before I started telling you all my hot takes.
Well,
Oh, that would have been good.
I'll still make it out. Just send me a Venmo as well as you send Swift from before. No.
Listen, I'm about to call out for Sunday just to be here. There.
Halloween ends like I don't want to go down this road again.
Wait till all will say, Jimmy, and if you're privileged enough to live another 20 years, see what the kids say about it. Then I have a feeling that it'll have its day. And I try to find the silver lining again as a cynical monster a little bit about the world. I can usually, if somebody's into it, I always want to know why. Even if I don't think it, I'm like, okay, I don't see that. Well, tell me why you're happy about this, because I want to be too. And I try to find it. I try to tell people too, but we don't need to get into. We'll do a whole video about Halloween if you want.
You know, listen,
Yeah.
you got all
plan.
the ends lovers,
Sounds like a deal.
lovers coming out.
Yeah, we got Rob in there. We got Rob is in there.
I bet Rob likes it.
Yeah,
Rob,
Yeah, you got Rob, you got Slick Rick. They're going, they going for it right now.
Rob, I'm sorry.
Also,
because I like. Go ahead, Swift.
No, go ahead. You say that first, and then I'm going to check.
Because I like you, Marty. I'm not going to say this about you, but Rob and Rick, both of you should have jumped off the balcony. Okay. They should have jumped both of you off the balcony because if you like Halloween, this is ridiculous. Now, it's asinine how anyone can like this movie. It being labeled a Halloween movie. If it was something else, I understand it. It like part 3, season of the witch. Season of the witch. Okay, you should have just made it a standalone film. Tom Atkins made the film. That's it. Bottom line. That's why I enjoyed it. But I can understand that. I cannot understand Halloween. I don't even understand Rob Zombie because his sick, sadistic, twisted mind and wanting to do something different and tell a story. Take out the white horse. Yes. He must have been doing too many lines. But forget that. All I'm saying. Okay, is I felt like I was in fucking Harold and Kumar and the Unicorn, and here's this fucking anyway.
Where's Neil Patrick Harris?
Yeah. Now see, I feel better.
But don't you remember, Jimmy? How much bullshit have you read people talk about Freddy's dead on the internet? You know, all things are fair.
But I mean, okay, Freddy's dead. You can't compare Freddy's dead to Halloween Ends. I don't think that's even a legit comparison to say, well, look, no, the Ends is just no. Nobody.
We're gonna do some. This is gonna be I got a lot of time in this world. I'm gonna convince you, Jimmy, on Halloween Ends. We're gonna hang out, and we're gonna talk, and I'm gonna give you a clinic, and I'm gonna talk about all these things, and I'm gonna be like, this is why it's good. And once there's a little bit of time, maybe one day.
And then I'm gonna tell you,
it'll come to him in the afterlife. That's when it's gonna
tell you.
Because I really I love that one. I really love it, and I get every gripe, I get everything, and that's kind of. I remember sitting there in the theater watching it, and I was like, when he stabbed the guy, and then seemed like he started getting superpowers from re-energized from that he murdered somebody. It was the most amazing thing I ever seen.
I see. I was doing this too. When I was watching, I was confused. Okay, because I was doing this too.
So was I.
I'm losing it because
the opening was sick. The opening scene was so sick. I'm like, okay, he this little piece of crap trapped him in the closet. I'm like, okay, Michael's gonna come in, come out and get busy. That didn't happen. They said 4 years later. You got Laurie Strode acting crazy, like acting like the last 4 years didn't happen, acting like 40 years before that never happened.
She's acting like fucking
like
Martha Stewart.
And her friends didn't get killed, acting like her daughter, her granddaughter that she loves so much wasn't almost toast. Like they didn't go through what they went through. It just, listen, there was no connective tissue to me.
I did not expect it.
Yeah, but I value what everybody's saying. I just don't agree. But we got a question from my homegirl Nanette. She has a question for you, Mark Monster.
Wait, well, hold on.
Jimmy, you get a chance. Go back to the Nanette question.
I gotta just say this, okay? And then we'll get to Nanette. I gotta find the next question. Okay, I got the question, but listen to me, okay? I gotta just on this end situation because I'm thinking about it. How do you do that? Now, I just want you to understand here, Marty, because here's Jamie Lee. She's in the hospital. Right? And she's like, I'm going to go after that son of a bitch. Her daughter got murdered in the room after Michael took out the whole town, by the way.
Daughter's husband got murdered. All her best friends got murdered.
Yeah, no, we fast forward. And here she is, one of the fucking Golden Girls, or Martha Stewart here. And then she's living her best life and talking about the shape and all this other. Like, what? No, I want to see her leave the hospital, rip out the IV, and go after Michael. That's what I wanted to see. And that's what
you got to be careful with that headcanon. I think this is a lesson that people are learning.
There you go.
You have expectations. Sometimes they may not be met.
There you go. Always live to be disappointed.
It's true. I mean, I did not expect it. I think the safe bet would have been the same night and maybe have it end at when the sun rises up, a clash at dawn between Jamie and fucking Michael at dawn. That's what I expected, but they did a whole other fucking thing.
You should have killed him with a freaking crochet. Anyway,
this is what horror movies do sometimes, and I think David Gordon Green was a weird choice to direct it from the beginning. Like when they picked him, I was like, this is kind of weird. And that first movie's okay, but I think it's a little vanilla. And then by the time they made the third one, I was like, this is why he agreed to do this, because he was like, I'll give you all the money up front, maybe a weird one for part 2, but the third one they were like, do whatever you want. They made like $250 million in like almost $500 million from 3 movies in like 4 years. Like it's I understand some people might like, but like Forest for the Trees, like what those movies did for like slasher movies and like everybody. And sometimes you forget. Sometimes there's a bad sequel. Most times there's a bad sequel. This generation's growing up in an age now where like everything gets sequels and they're good. That didn't ever used to be the case. If you could get second movie, that was a miracle. Forget about a third movie. Even Star Wars couldn't really do it, not for forever. So, a third Halloween ends being a little mediocre, but I liked that it was like they made like a weird art film, like for the finale. Like it was like a Gus Van Sant fucking Halloween movie. And, I get it. You're entitled to all your rage, James.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate. Yeah, okay.
It's all right.
Dustin said I was completely out when Michael killed the guy and started hulking up like Hulk Hogan.
It's amazing. I couldn't believe it.
Michael Mania runs wild, brother.
Yeah. Let's get come on, brother.
I will say, I love the way that Michael looks in that movie. I love when they find him in the cave and he's kind of hiding a little bit, and like it's very much like the Ghost of Frankenstein, old Universal, and because like Frankenstein, one movie would end and they do something, and then the next movie you find out where he is again. It's very similar looking vibe to one of those Universal movies with Michael, and it's so weird. They give so many questions, like he fucking's got psychic powers and like sees in his eye and has his memory. They never explain anything. I love it.
All right. Well, I'm going to agree to disagree with
you. Monster. Sometimes I like chaos. I don't know.
Each their own.
I
love that.
You and Rob Humphrey can just join a club together for people who like Halloween. Unfortunately,
I already told Rob.
And Slick Rick too.
Oh, Rick's in there.
Slick Rick is with him.
Now it's a party. Now it's a fucking party. Okay. Nanette.
I'm a big fan of Part 6 too.
No, you know what? I agree. No, I like Part 6. You know what? I'll tell you, Mark. Part 6 makes sense to me because the Curse of Thorn, and then we're in there. It gets very dark. It's like with Loomis and everything that happens in that film. Really enjoy Part 6. I know most people don't, but I mean, come on, Paul Rudd.
What's just with the tattoo? Like, is Michael Myers like supernatural? Like, I don't understand.
In that one, yeah.
Scared me the wrong way.
Like, Loomis and you get a tattoo, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening now? Because I don't know. Sorry, I don't like Halloween.
Depending whether you watch the producer's cut or the theatrical cut. There we go. This is from the lovely Nanette.
You like George A. Romero's Season of the Witch movie?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
There's a George Romero Season of the Witch movie?
No,
1974, maybe. I think I don't remember what year it was.
Unrelated to but no, that's a great one. No, Romero's great. Romero, people snooze on. He's got a really weird filmography. People know the zombie movies, obviously, but it's some other really weird stuff. I'm a big fan of Knight Riders, the one where they're on motorcycles and they're like knights in armor.
Oh,
nice.
Monkey Shines.
We got Slasher Radio in the house. Monkey Shines.
That's good.
Hey, what's up?
Slasher. Nobody wants to.
No. I'm leaving the live stream layer because of Rob.
Oh no! Stop it.
I'm kidding. Rob knows I love him, and it's all a joke.
We love Rob, but we do. Sometimes it gets overstimulating, so I just ignore.
So Slick Rick page. Slick Rick just said it's on Tubi.
You said what?
Sorry about that.
Tubi.
Slick Rick just said it's on Tubi page.
Oh.
What's on Tubi? Oh, George A. Romero.
Season of the Witch. Yes.
That's tonight's movie.
Yes.
Thank you.
And also
So,
Slash, are you good?
If anybody had any questions, also for Marty,
there's a Nicolas Cage movie called Season of the Witch too. It's like Nicolas Cage and Ron Perlman, I think.
I never seen that.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
I would love a Season of the Witch remake. I think I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. I think it's gonna come. I would have loved to see Zombie even take a stab at that rather than Myers himself, but I think it's coming for sure. I really hope that I get put in charge of it, but in case that doesn't happen, I think you could definitely do a remake of that. I think since those Halloween movies did so great, we're gonna get a fucking everything. Everything's a goddamn everything now. We're gonna get like a prequel for the insane asylum, probably all about a Loomis, probably as a young man, and I bet we get a Season of the Witch.
I mean, because you know what? Listen, it's cash grabs. We've talked about that too. Cash grab, like the name. You put Halloween, you put Friday the 13th, you put Nightmare on Elm Street. These major franchises on anything, whether it's a prequel, another sequel, a remake, reboot, whatever, recall. All these names they got, it's going to do well because people are going to go see it. Even if they don't like it, they're going to watch it. Horror fans, I'm going to go. I'm going to go because I want to see what they're going to do next. I think if go ahead, Sammy.
No, I think it's also like I 100% agree with you guys are saying, but I think it's also like a safe bet too in the horror industry right now because if you're a filmmaker, writer, and you're like stuck creating a storyline, something original, something unique, the safe bet, if done correctly and effectively, is to make a remake or a prequel. And especially if it's on a franchise that's already booming and popular.
Oh, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with
that's
that.
what we've been going through.
It's wonderful because I think
have been doing it
there are some that are done correctly and incorrectly.
Yeah, and
listen, I like that. I like that. It's just when it comes at the expense of new creative voices, new ideas, there's always something new. Everybody has the great Robert Myburnett says this. Everyone has a story to tell. If you just, be quiet and listen, you could hear something pretty cool that you haven't heard before. So
Absolutely.
I'm a fan of the remakes and established IP. I'm a fan of that. We love that. That's what brought us to the dance. You know what I mean? Like these things, we're talking about these things right now. These are the things we love, but it cannot come at the expense of other creative voices that are coming up, because then we wouldn't get backrooms. We wouldn't get Ryan Coogler's Sinners last year. We wouldn't get Obsession that just came out.
Yeah.
Obsession, Talk to Me, Backrooms. These are all made by YouTubers. You know what I mean? These are all made by YouTubers, YouTube content creators. Yeah. These things are made, these people know their audience. They know what the audience wants. They have voices that have ears to be spoken to. And these, again, I'm going to go on my little rant about these big Hollywood execs and stuff. They don't know what the hell's going on. If they knew what was going on, the movie theater industry would be doing a lot better. We wouldn't have the second that everything opened back up, these streaming windows, these short theatrical to streaming windows would have reverted back to what they used to be. But these people are stupid. They don't know. Yeah, I'm going to call them stupid. They're completely tone deaf to what's really going on with the consumer, because everything's just chasing trends, chasing analytics. Oh, we have to make the shareholders happy. Well, you know how you make the shareholders happy? By making a product that people are going to freaking buy. Bottom line. Let's go. Come on.
Well,
so,
see, but this is
let these voices be heard.
This two things, and I agree, and this is also going to the point though about they want to make sure that the quote unquote, let's say, shareholders are happy by using an established IP to make the to just know that all right, people are going to go out and watch it no matter what. But yes, when you stop and listen, I listened today, and all I heard was Halloween Ends is fucking good, but we're not going to get into that. Okay, so this is amazing. But no, Swift, honestly, right? Yeah, go ahead, Sammy.
No, I wanted to ask Martin, with all the years of experience that you're able to see in this life and in the community of horror, what would you like to see that's different and unique in the horror realm of future films?
Good question. I would like, what would just get, extension of what you guys are just talking about, is to see a little bit of the fun come back to theaters, and to the experience. There was the era of like in the 1950s, there was a lot of now you would call it immersion, right? There was a lot of gags. This is why I'm doing the 3D for Freddy's Dead. There was a guy named William Castle, 13 Ghosts and The House on Haunted Hill, the originals, and always had gags, just something to bring you in that would catch your imagination, and for kids, really, and like, you could see a living skeleton here. I love that shit. And, a little bit more of the fun. And like, there used to be these things called spook shows, midnight spook shows. And they would be a movie mixed with theater. And so this is the 50s. This is before home video and all this stuff. So you get these repertory movies from the 30s and 40s still getting play with a little bit extra, and there would be hosts. And they would also advertise Dracula there in person, would almost come off the stage, the midnight spook show. And these were a very small amount of time, and there's almost no photographs or certainly no video of this. And that's what I, kind of trying to bring back, that little bit of like a little bit extra to go. Because I can understand, that things have changed, and the miracle devices that everybody's got. And, and that generation that grew up in the 80s and 90s, they were really the first ones to experience home video, that idea that you could watch anything at any time, and that's only increased. It's hard to be getting out's hard and it's fucking expensive and the world's crazy, right? So you need a little bit extra maybe to come good. I would love to see a few more gags. I went to see a movie called Dead Lover recently. I think I got a thing over here.
I have not heard.
I mean, that sounds
like
a
corpse.
That would intrigue you, Marty.
I got it. Very independent movie, and really low budget. And they had like a scratch and sniff thing. So at different times there would be like something on the
about a
screen,
month
and
ago.
like, oh, it's like Rotting Corpse or whatever it is. I fucking love it.
I love that.
Couple more gags. They're trying a little with the popcorn buckets, I fucking guess, but I don't. That's great. I'm happy everybody loves your popcorn buckets, but I like a little bit of a show. Kind of thing. A little bit of fun, I think, could come back, and come because there's something to be said about being around the energy, and I know people complain about movies and people and the experience of the movies, right? And that people are always on their phones and people don't shut up and this, and I understand. But I also don't think you should expect every single movie to be like the fucking Quiet Car on the train, Like people are gonna laugh, people are gonna, did you see that? That's great, Like I appreciate places where it can be deadly silence, but again, growing up in the 80s and 90s, there weren't phones out, but people weren't quiet. Like they yapped, and teenagers were loud, and they would throw shit. Like it was I go to my local theater quite a bit. It's called the Alpine here in Bay Ridge. And it's a little bit cheaper.
Alpine, yes, indeed. Yeah. The Alpine. Absolutely.
Great place. And I seen a lot of movies there and over the years. And I can guarantee any movie I go see there will be people talking. They will have their phones out. Like they will come in late. People will sneak in. Everything's going to happen. But I also know I'm going to see it with fucking real people, families and stuff. It's not just rich uppity hipsters or anything, like, and once that's kind of happening a little, it's just kind of, it's a noise again. Like if you're on the quiet car of the train and one person is making noise, you'll get furious, but if you're in a normal train car and there's people just making normal noise, you don't really give a shit. But just relaxing, it's hard because the movies are expensive. So it is a little bit of a, it's not as easy a disposable income kind of thing, but
but you know what, Mark, that's a great point, and especially being in New York, like it's like white noise. Like anything that we get trains, we get cars, it's always chaotic. So when I moved out of New York to where I'm at now in Transylvania, it's I gotta tell you, man, it was like a culture shock in a way. Like I needed some noise to go to sleep a little bit. Like, I was used to it. So no, legit. Like, so I get it when you're in the theater. I like that. I like a crowd that's in it, that's invested in the movie. Yep. It's rambunctious, a little, worked up over there in the theater. And that's me. And there's people that don't like that, but it just makes it more of an experience. So
I try to go. I love being in the shit. My friends, some of my,
it makes the experience. It really does.
They think I'm crazy. But I love going to that theater. I like try to go to weird. I'm like, I'm gonna go. Like, I went to Terrifier there, and like the 10 o'clock shows. I'm like, I want to be here with. They're like, it's gonna be full of like crazy teenagers. I'm like, that's what I want. I want to, and that's how I pay attention. When you get in your 4000s, I like you just gotta like what the quote you were saying before. Is just about listening. And if you listen, you can figure things out. Mm-hmm. And if you're talking or you're typing, you're probably not listening,
100%. And I mean,
cool.
Go ahead, Chris. What were you saying? You say, did I cut somebody off? Oh, no. I'm
the voices in your head, Jimmy. It's the voices.
Forgive me, Sammy. I'm still like recuperating from Halloween Ends conversation.
That was you listening.
Yeah,
I'm still playing with Rob in the chat.
I didn't want to listen to that, but yeah, it's unfortunately anything that Rob says, I'm focused. Rob, sorry, I'm not talking Rob Humphrey. Mr. Martin Monster. See, Rob Humphrey got me so damaged here. I'm thinking.
Listen, I'm literally fighting with Rob in the chat right now, so it's okay.
Yeah, but anything Marty says, I'm all ears, man. Because
life's too short to argue. I mean, for you guys, life's way too short to argue. Just
It's all with love, Martin. It's all with love.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna be here when we're gone, and I get it. So this is nothing new to you. You've probably seen this plenty of times in the last four.
Everyone again, even in this within the same Halloween. I'm like. It's within the same series. It happens every couple of years that they supposedly make the worst one. And it's going to ruin the franchise. And then it just keeps coming forever.
And you know what? As long as they're making a movie called Halloween, people are going to go watch it.
Let's go Knicks.
They're going to watch it. And that's it. But you know, the beauty of it right now is we're getting a lot of these independent filmmakers. We're getting a lot more creative.
I love it.
Films and concepts and low budget films that are just destroying the box office, which is amazing. And I think Damien Leone, what he did with Terrifier, opened that door and just and not even opened it, just fucking blew the door wide open. Like everybody just started making films after that, after seeing that success. They're like, oh, he
empowered. He empowered.
Yeah,
he empowered a movement.
All in his grandma's garage. All of it.
He empowered a movement. Absolutely.
Because that's what he's a New York guy, Staten Island, and that movie, really the second one, because not only did it make all the money, but he basically released it independently. They released it unrated without the MPAA. That's it, because theaters used to be too scared to do that, but now they're like, "Fuck, we need movies," and it created a vibe too. Like there was something dangerous. You guys were talking about Exorcist before. And the barf bags, and there were some similarities, like people were getting sick, with Terrifier, and but it created a taboo, which I thought was really interesting. And when I went up to the movies, they were checking kids' IDs. They were really strict about it. Like it couldn't be, because there was a lot in the newspapers. Like it got really crazy, so they were on the hook for doing it. And even being in the theater, I remember for Terrifier 3. There was young people in there, but whereas I was like, ha, 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 laughing at the goofy parts, they were like a little bit quiet, and probably because some of them maybe weren't supposed to be in there, but there was something like, this is something we're not supposed to be seeing, and an air of like danger. And I was like, oh my, I'm like so thrilled that something like that still exists, like, because you can go on the internet and see the worst things ever in the world, like in a moment, but there was something of this movie that was just like a taboo, like nothing else, I love it. I can't wait for another one. Like, and that did open like Iron Lung, another one, very indie, very YouTube's success, and obviously there's a proof of concept too. You got something like The Backrooms, where it's not a completely original idea. There's tens and tens of millions of people that you could see already bought this product, more or less. And a much cheaper investment. But that's where that's what we're gonna see, right? Every YouTube channel in the world maybe gets their own movie for a while, and hopefully some of them will be good.
I think that's the
everything's constantly evolving,
and that's what the people want to see. You
gotta get the people
this
what they want.
Young crowd. This is what they want to see. This is their thing. These are their things. These are like you said. This is their nostalgia. Like this is gonna be what they're looking back at. Like this is their thing. Martin's seen everything. This Martin the Monster. He's seen everything.
Very much.
So he can look at every era of film, every era of theatrical, whether it's the live performance, theater. Martin's seen everything. Spoken word, campfires. He used to haunt those campfires, scare everybody away. They're in the middle of telling a scary story. Martin comes, scares them away. Maybe grab somebody, takes a bite out of crime, but this is their thing. And they're showing this. They're showing Hollywood. These are our interests. Feed it to us.
Yeah.
Horror's been killing it. Like, it always has been in a lot of ways, but the last several years have been insane. Like these numbers are stupid numbers for this movie and for these two movies. But like you said, Talk to Me, and like every couple of weeks there's another one, another cursed object, and somebody else has got. But like people are showing up, like, and it's always the thing. Horror is a little bit cheap. Every studio's now got their own like little boutique horror, and they're all trying to like. A24 was a big disruptor, classy horror, right? Elevated horror, whatever. But like they're all trying to do it. Smile, Paramount's got their thing, and they've got Smile franchise and all of it. And but they all have a little boutique thing, but they all don't have a horror host. If anybody wants to,
they don't. And you got them right there.
The only host you need to know right here, Martin Monster, and
Martin Monster.
He's been doing it longer than any of the other ones. Trust me.
Oh yeah,
he's got this thing down pat.
And you know, Mark, I know for those that know him, congratulations. For those that you know, knew him and are no longer with us, our condolences. And for those that don't know him, he's the only monster. That's it. Fuck him. He's the only monster you need to know, man. Martin Monster right here. And incredible combo with your Marty. But I want to give the floor to Sammy or Paige or Swift. Anybody in here has any questions for Mr. Monster? Now is the time. Ask it. We got some. I know the net popped up a question in here about. Well, I think it was just a random. We say Halloween movie. Okay, no, it's yeah, with the title
Halloween franchise. Yeah,
Halloween franchise. Yeah,
yeah, Halloween franchise. We're talking about
Mikey Bones /
Martin Monster. Oh yeah, Martin Monster. I want to ask you. You know, you've been around a long time, and everybody's saying there's something happening right now that hasn't happened in a long time, and that's the Knicks going to the finals. What's your thoughts on that? What's your take? You've seen it all. What's your take right now?
It's true, and I am not really a sports monster too often, but they broke my heart in 1994, and I haven't really been able to give myself over to them. But I actually did go to one of the playoff games last week or something. The first time I've been to a Knicks game in like 30 years. And
wow,
you know, it wasn't that different than like the early 90s. Spike was there, and they played "Living on a Prayer" and "Naughty by Nature," and Starks and Ewing were there, so it was pretty much the same.
Oh, man.
Wow! The more things change, the more they stay the same.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, you talk about, you know, not to. If things were so easy, right? People talk about the Yankees always buying world championships, and obviously money counts for a lot. But if it was just that simple, man, you know, the Knicks would have had one by now. You know, it's New York, and this is a little bit what you're saying, Swift, too, about the studios and like they don't know nothing, but it's hard, you know. And if there was an easy recipe, and as soon as the recipe, this is the thing with it, as soon as the recipe is new, then it's old. You know, and it was coming up with a good it's a good meal, and you serve it for a little while, you know. But having worked in many different aspects of the entertainment industry, it's true nobody knows what they're doing in many ways, but that's true of life too.
Yeah,
everybody's also kind of making it up.
We're making it up as we go.
We're just trying to survive. We're just trying to survive, but you don't really have it because you're eternal.
Yeah,
you know, they thought Pam Abdi and I forget the other gentleman's name over at Warner Brothers. They thought they didn't know what they were doing. And then the Minecraft movie came out, then Sinners came out, then Weapons came out, and they showed everybody they know exactly what they're doing. So shout out to Warner Brothers for that.
100%. Absolutely, Swift. That's a good point. And, you know, like you said, man, we're rolling through this life, and we're not here for a long time. Unless you're Martin Monster, we're here for a good time, and we're rocking, rolling, strutting, and strolling, baby. Every single week, there's a new horror movie coming out. There's a Obsession we just talked about. We talked about Backrooms, and this weekend we got Scary Movie 6. I mean, we're Blast from the Past. We're bringing back the OGs, so I'm excited about just this time. And you know, it just speaks on our genre in general and what's happening right now. That there's this demand, there's a hunger for content, and we're getting content. You know, and just like the 80s, we're getting some really good pieces of content that they may even not even known back then it was that good. Like you said, over time, it aged well. We're also getting, you know, some lackluster films, but that comes with the territory. When there's an abundance of anything, you know, not everything's going to be great. But you know, we got some Midnight.
We got a couple questions.
The Midnight Meat Train. I like that film actually. John Wall.
I love that movie.
The Midnight Meat Train.
The Midnight Meat Train, great.
Yep,
it's a good one. Clive Barker. Right?
Yeah.
I love Clive. I met Clive, and he's a great man.
You're a Hellraiser fan.
I am.
Yeah.
You already know.
What kind of music you listen to? I know, Marty. I know you bump the Gregorian chant a lot. That's one of the oldest, I think, chants or music. I think known. I'm not sure. I believe it is. I've heard, but other than the Gregorian chant, what do you listen to?
You know, no exaggeration. I have a giant playlist that's like all Halloween music that I listen to all the time.
Ooh.
And you know, a lot of spooky things, a lot of, misfits, punk things and rock music. I like the Manson and the Rob Zombies you guys mentioned before. I like some of that. And typical.
No, great stuff. Rock, horror, it goes hand in hand along with, what else we love? Pizza, junk, like it just
all of it, comic books, video games, wrestling,
wrestling, yes.
Things with a sense of theatrics I've always been drawn to, again, like Manson, Zombie, or Bowie, or those kinds of things. But I love everything, I like there's new music I've heard that's like it's great stuff.
So these days,
that's why I also I dig your vibe, Martin, is because you give me Ziggy Stardust vibes a little bit. A little Ziggy. I like it.
Bowie went back to Bowie went back to his planet, and hopefully I'll get to catch up with him again. But he had some good fashion tips for sure.
He did. Beautiful man.
I'll tell you, I'm still trying to find my planet. I don't know, man. It's
Pluto. You're a Pluto because it's no longer a planet.
Well, since they unveiled the news about UFOs and aliens and stuff, I got a little excited. I figured one of these guys are going to appear somewhere and just say, Jimmy, how's it going down here, man? We miss you, but just we need you down here another 20, 30 years or whatever it's going to be.
Take you to their leader.
But Marty,
we got a question from Dustin over here.
Oh,
I want to hear this. Martin, what do you think about this?
Better song, Alice Cooper, Man Behind the Mask, or Doc and Dream Warriors?
Oh, now you're making me choose between children. I'm again such peak, but you put me on the spot. I gotta go with Dokken, song for song. Alice Cooper is fucking he's my godfather, but song for song, Dream Warriors is what a banger.
God, I mean, come on, man. It's just that how Don hit that notes in the video. That was badass. The fact
it was so associated. Yeah. It was so because I have the VHS of that over here, and they had the music video at the end of the movie. After the credits. So like anytime I watched it, I of course watched that. I do a cover of that song with my band. We do a small acoustic cover of.
There we go. This one right here, Marty. Right, I got the VHS. I think Ken.
Yeah,
Ken signed that one over there. Yeah, the VHS.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice, boom.
Love that.
That's right. You guys had him in. Hey, man.
Yeah. I said, Jimmy. Oh yeah, no, for real. Ken is Ken's a trip, man. I had the privilege to work on a set with him, one of his short films. And man, when I'm talking, I just get into it, like you, Martin. We get into it. The hands start waving. We start getting a little bit louder, and I heard from over yonder. Ken's like, Jimmy, would you shut the fuck up? Because they're trying to shoot. But the way he said it, man, I was like, man, King K just told me to shut the fuck. I could die a happy man now. Oh, it was great, man. It was good. But yeah, man, this is one of my favorites, Dream Warriors. It's just like this.
So good. I mean, Freddy is. I like the slashers. Again, I'm always about shapes. There's the classic monsters, and there's I really love the slashers as like an idea and like as a genre and like as a group. I really wished that we would have got more, and still that we will get some more crossovers of them. I want to see Michael fight Jason and do all that shit. I love it. But Freddy was Freddy I think is my number one and of them, and his series I think is the best. And Dream Warriors, like each one of the movies I have grown to enjoy more. I used to always Dream Warriors was my favorite, but I really like Part 4, Dream Master.
Yeah,
the more time it goes by, I'm like, it's great, And Freddy's Dead I've enjoyed more and more. I'd say that Part 5, the ratings for Part 5 have gone lower as time's gone by, and Freddy's Dead, even I see people talk a little more nicer about. And the turnaround for Part 2, being so embraced. That was probably my least favorite growing up. just because it was so different, like than the other Freddy movies. But now, it's got such a following and it's raw and gross. And I just loved those Freddy movies as a narrative because Freddy had the magic from the get-go. And this has been, controversial thing with Jason or like Curse of Michael Myers, because it's hard to keep things going. And eventually you got to like, why don't they die? But Freddy had that from the get-go and was just the gimmick of, getting you in your dreams. It's the scariest thing ever, right? No place to go, right? And just what an iconic character. And of all of them, clearly the only one really, with an actor really embodying Freddy's an all-timer. It's unfortunate. I wish we had some more Freddy movies, with Robert. And maybe one day, I don't know. The only thing that was finally able to kill Freddy was fucking copyright law, and it's been tied up. And Jason, really.
Yeah. No, but Jason didn't even kill him, even in that. I mean, Freddy still winked, right? Freddy. I mean, I enjoyed that film.
No, he's saying copyright law killed Jason as well.
Jason. Yeah. I'm thinking Freddy versus Jason.
Both of them. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. No, but
shout out to Gail K, bro. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Who's in there?
One of the dopest artists. Gail K, 2301.
Yo, incredible artwork. Yeah. Check her out on IG. Gail, drop the IG handle over there.
Thanks for joining us.
I got to say this with Kruger. You talk about these major franchises. I believe we're going to get a Friday the 13th sometime soon. We got the Crystal Lake series coming up. Eventually, we're going to get another one of these films, and it's going to probably supersede anything that we've seen in this decade because fans have been talking about. We got these fan films, and even the fan films have done well with the fans because they want something. There's a hunger for this. So we'll see what happens with that. I just hope we get one more Nightmare with Rob. I hope so. He's just the only one, obviously, that speaks. He's charismatic. The concept with the dreams, and then it actually, Wes getting the inspiration from real life events and kids in Cambodia when I was reading, like dying in their sleep. So this is just the whole storyline. I mean, and Freddy being Freddy, again, being as charismatic as he is as Rob is, I want to see that. I want to see another installment of that franchise more than any other.
Yeah, it's a bummer, I think. Again, I think it's because things have gotten a little tied up into some legal rights with both franchises, and Robert's old, but until there's no choice, you have Robert do it. He's a mystical dream demon. He doesn't have to be in amazing shape. It doesn't matter. There's ways to have that. But I don't know. And I don't know about Jason either. And, I'm big partial to zombie Jason, for lack of a better term, monster Jason, as I like to call him. Yes. He's the Frankenstein Jason. It's a very different, but that's what I would love to see more of. But I feel like we're going to always going back to basics, making him a mongoloid again. Or, I like seeing Jason go to space. Let's send him to feudal fucking Japan. Jason is a force of nature.
Rob, just when I start to like you again, Martin.
I saw his whole demeanor. It's changed.
I don't know.
What are you saying? You don't like zombie Jason? Are you being disingenuous to that entire
Jason Lives?
Jason Lives movie?
No, I love Jason, but space. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Leprechaun. That's when the franchise is just all right. That's it. You just got to end it here. I mean, I can't. I can't with Jason X. I can't with Leprechaun in space and all the space talk. Please stop.
Later this year, I think for October, if someone mentioned Hellraiser, we are, I believe, doing from 1996 the Hellraiser Bloodline, which I'm a big fan of. Also, Hellraiser in space.
Ooh.
Everybody's got to go.
You got to hear that.
You got my attention.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Bloodline.
Listen,
Adam Scott's in that.
Top tier movie for me.
Top tier. Oh boy.
I would like to be there for that. Bloodline's very good.
Marty, my GERD every now and then starts acting up. So I have to pop a Pepsi complete. And tonight, I've been a fucking dragon with you guys on here talking about this. I just haven't expressed it. But yeah, no surprise, Rob Humphrey. No surprise, Jason X is incredible. Just take a long walk off a short pier. I'm done with you.
Did Rob say Jason X was incredible?
Yeah, I just.
Do I agree with Rob for once?
Wow.
Did you get a pass because you don't agree that much with him? So I'll make. And of course, Mr. Monster, you get a pass tonight. I just, I love you no matter what, buddy.
We screened Jason X earlier this year because it's the 25th anniversary of Jason X, and it's I love it. It plays really well. It moves along. It follows the same structure as almost all of them. It's just in space, and I can't hate any movie that's got David Cronenberg cameo in it.
That's the only thing. That's the only positive, right? So Cronenberg, Videodrome, Cronenberg scanners. I always pull up that scanner scene, man, with that head explosion.
Yeah,
love that. What do we got? John Walsh. That tongue of Freddy coming through the phone. For my money, I don't know if it gets better than that. Yeah, man. That was what was that part one? It was the OG. It was 1984.
Part one. Yeah, I'd say it's incredible effects. If I could something that I could see, the snake in part 3 coming out. Like if I could be on a set and like an experience like that, such a crazy effect. And or the TV kill, maybe the greatest fucking kill of all time.
Man. I mean,
I don't know if they did that at Halloween Horror Nights or not, but I wish they had made a house or any haunted house anywhere specifically for that movie with the Dream Warriors and the entire asylum of all the patients and all the crazy stuff that goes on. I think that would be a very cool experience to have.
Or how they got there,
yeah, how they got there, and like just to have those animatronics and stuff, if they can redo that, because they always have such unique houses and themes and concepts for Halloween Horror Nights. It would be so cool if they just had one specifically recreated as the psych ward. And Freddy awesome. Just coming out at you in different areas.
That would be cool.
That I would
Speaking about experiences and creating, and recreating things from the movie, Slick Rick from the Whole Damn Enchilada podcast, he left a message in the chat a little bit earlier, and he's telling everybody this year at who's doing what is it called, Living Dead Weekend? Who's doing Living Dead Weekend this year, because it's the last one that's going to be at the mall from Dawn of the Dead. So he was putting that information out there for everybody. So if you're interested, if you love Dawn of the Dead 1978, if you love that film and it means so much to you like it does to me, like it does to all of us here, and probably to everybody in the chat, this year is the last year that they're going to do Living Dead Weekend over there. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Living Dead Weekend. I think that's the name of it. It's the last. This is the last hurrah at that mall. So everybody, Slick Rick said it early in the chat. I meant to say it. I forgot about it. I just remembered. So if you want to experience that magic in real life, in person, check it out.
Are they closing the mall?
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Finally, is the mall done? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. Man. That sucks. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to go. This is the year to go. The experience. I've been there one time. That's where I first met Tom Matthews and Miguel Nunez, Linnea Quigley, and it was a great experience in there. I mean, it had the store. It was just like being in the mall, same freaking mall panel they had. It was unique, and they had little tours that they would give the fans that they came out. Biggest filming location.
Never been there. Yeah, never been there. Never been to the drive-in that Sammy that you were talking about earlier. The drive-in. Never been to the drive-in. Never been to Living Dead Weekend. I got to do it. It's the summertime.
I never been to a Corn Monster show, and I'm going on the 14th. I'm going to be there.
I will call out.
You might have to listen. I'm encouraging. I'm not
encouraging.
I'm going to be like, "Hi, boss. I'm sick."
That was good.
And then you're going to be enjoying Freddy's Dead. Because for Swift, you've never seen Freddy's Dead.
Martin's Dead. No, I've never seen it. There's gonna be a first time. There's a first time for everything.
Oh wow.
I'm not too fond of Freddy Krueger. I actually think Freddy Krueger is kind of a pansy. But I'm gonna come out there and check it out, man.
Listen,
you know,
in your sleep.
I'm leaving.
Well, let me tell you. I'm more afraid of the monster. I'm more afraid of the monster under the bed because the monster gave Freddy Krueger nightmares, and that became his inspiration for what he went on to do. So I'm gonna listen to what Martin Monster says. I'm gonna come out there. I'm gonna come to Martin's Dead. I want to get my print, my 3D print. I want him to get my glasses, and I want to have a good time.
There it is, guys.
There we go.
Martin's Dead, the final
come on out,
nightmare.
everybody.
I love it, Martin. I love it.
3D print. Shout out to Mr. Sorrentino, correct? I believe it was Mr. Mike.
Yes, Chris Sorrentino. And we'll also have Lowell School. I can't think of his last name. He wrote the book
Lowell Greenblatt.
Autopsy.
Yeah.
Lowell Greenblatt.
Yeah.
And
Lowell Greenblatt.
wrote Nightmare Autopsies. And we'll be there. There'll be a little bit of music. And yes, Swift and Jimmy, I think you guys will be there. And hopefully we'll maybe do a little wheel spin or something is what
we're gonna spice it up a little bit. We're gonna throw a little extra oregano in the pot in the sauce, you know.
Some sazon. We'll throw some sazon in there.
Oh, yeah. For you it's sazon. For me, it's a little extra, a little extra basil in there. And, it's good. Yeah. No, it's good. No, it's a good time out there. And we're gonna have
and next month for July, we haven't really announced yet, but I'll tell you guys here. It looks like we're going to do a Jaws-a-thon, and we're going to do all four Jaws movies, like an all-day event kind of thing.
And we're bringing out a shark. We got a shark.
I love it.
I wish, right?
That too.
Let's talk offline, but I'd love to get you guys down there too. But like an all-day marathon thing, it'll be free probably. And like maybe walkathon element. I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. Depends on how much help you guys can be. But we'll watch all four Jaws movies at least.
Yeah,
sounds like a plan. Sounds like a party.
So down.
I'm loving what you're doing there. All jokes aside, Mr. Monster.
There's a great scene right now, man, too. And like this is, I love watching old movies. Movie doesn't need. If I never seen it, it's brand new. To me, there's so many things to indulge in, and right now there's, just here in New York, but all over, like screenings popping up everywhere. Like people are taking it into their own hands and showing movies in all kinds of weird places, and doesn't have to just be in movie theaters. So like people want to come out and do stuff. And the work that you guys are doing, Scream Scene, you guys mentioned before. Brooklyn Horror Society, I do a lot with Bad Movie Night Brooklyn. There's all these little things popping up, and everybody doing it a little bit differently. And like different people got different things. Like Scream Scene, they're all really about like bringing a scene together and having people interact and stuff. And I'm not really. That's nice if people do that. I just want them to pay attention to me when they come to my show. But everybody, they're just offering a little bit of a different take right now. And there's every night. If you're in New York, you could find something weird and horror related, not just something to do. Like there's something every night. So, and I think about that too. Like that's why I want to. It's not competition, but I want to put on a good show and make it worth people's time to come out and have it be a night that you can, remember beyond just that movie kind of was okay or whatever.
An experience, bottom line. And you're right, like the Scream Scene NYC, Brooklyn Horror Society, the Twisted Spine bookstore.
Amazing.
The Night Owl
Astoria Horror Club, Sunnyside, Night Owl Video.
I mean, this is Martin Moss. This is where it's at. It is the New York City horror connection, and it is right now.
Uncle Spooky, it's crazy.
Infancy stages right now, and I feel like it's the mega powers coming together. Like that Hogan and Savage for those wrestling fans, the handshake bit. Now, this is what this is. It's just too
the handshake that rocked the world.
That's there it is. There it is, Martin. Ooh, there it is, Martin. Yes, sir. Electricity. I feel it through the speakerphone. Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Yeah. Little Randy Savage. It's a little decent.
And everybody. Mama Swift is dropping all of those links in the chat. So if you want to come on out to Martin's Dead, there's the link. Yes. There's a link to Martin Monster's YouTube. There's a link to Martin Monster's Instagram. You want to stay in tune with everything that Martin Monster's got going on because he's got the best show around. He's the best host around. He's been around for 4,000 years. I hear it's even longer, but he kind of knows a little bit about what he's doing over here. So come on out, come hang out with us. Come on out, see Martin, and have a great show and watch some great movies and some not so great movies, but you're gonna have a good time nonetheless.
And if you're looking for a monster for if you have a movie you need to introduce, or I can babysit children if you need to too. Probably not, but or like if there's like a used car lot that you need me to like open and cut a big ribbon, I'm a monster for hire. So feel free to hit me up.
I love it.
I love it too.
Hey, listen, Mark, we're going to talk. Definitely, we're going to talk off air because I got some ideas. I got some killer ideas. I think coming together, we can just create some more experiences. And I can't wait for this experience. I'm going to tell everybody that's watching right now, and if you're watching afterwards, number one, I appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, spread the word. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what it's about. We are community supporters, and we love everybody that's doing something positive, and we're going to help promote whatever you have going on. So let us know. But right now, if you can't make it out to this show, this is what I'm talking about. If you can afford it, just get a ticket. Show some love because it goes a long way. You can't make it. You're in another state. You're in another, country. You're in another stratosphere, another galaxy. Doesn't matter. Internet, it's universal, right? So get on, grab a ticket, and support Martin Monster. He's doing something positive. He's creating experiences out there in Brooklyn. I appreciate it. I cannot wait. This is my first show. I'm excited. And what a way to start. Freddy's Dead means so much to me, and I'm going to save it for the show because I have a couple of things I want to say about this film. And, Martin, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Martin.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Monster.
Anytime. I'm happy to chat on here. Freddy's Dead. I feel like it's serendipitous, Jimmy. That's the movie. And now I would love to do some more stuff with it. Now that I know all the movies you hate, I know exactly what I'm going to program as well.
Oh, Martin, I love you.
Martin.
You got to tag him on all the stuff he doesn't like.
Marty, why, Marty?
Okay.
Like,
are we done? Is it over?
It's about to be.
How does this work? How do I get out of here?
He's trying to get. He's trying to get out of there. Yeah.
How do I get out of this box?
Yeah. Got it, Marty. Yeah.
He's stuck in there.
He's stuck in the box. We got it, Marty. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
We're gonna see you June 14th, Martin. Thank you. All right,
good night,
Monster. Go support
good night.
Monster, man.
Good night, Mr. Monster.
Just incredible. Look at that.
I love it.
Oh,
He
man.
is so much fun.
That was amazing. Martin Monster,
Great.
just an incredible host and original character, original concept. I love what he's doing. Check out the Martin Monster show. Mama Swift popped it up there. He got some videos on the YouTube, as he would call it, as the YouTube. 4,000 years old and still kicking. Or as Freddy would say, keep on ticking. Ha! There it is. Love it, man. He keeps on ticking. So, we're going to be out there June 14th. I can't wait in Brooklyn. Freddy's Bar. I mean, Freddy's Dead at Freddy's Bar. Martin Monster, Swift, myself, anybody else that can make it out there.
Nemo's going to be there. Yaya's going to be there. You're going to meet Nemo and Yaya in person.
Let's go.
Amazing people. People.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Anybody else who's coming out, come on out, man. Let us know. Come on out. Let's go have a good time.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Spread the word. Teamwork makes the dream work, as I said. Another killer episode tonight, fam. Just wanted to keep everyone posted that next week we're going to be talking to, I believe, oh my goodness, December the 14th in the chat over there. So we're going to be talking about
Martin Monster's in the chat. He learned how to work that machine.
Right now. 4,000 years old. He's still working.
He said, "Stay cool."
He's learning.
Stay cool, goals. Yeah.
Night. Yeah, we're gonna see it next week, and that's Wednesday once again. Fright night. Here we go. Friday night fan free for all this month. Forgot what day we had lockdown this month.
It's June 20. Man, I forget the date, but we're gonna have Terra Nova is gonna be on there as well. Terra Nova podcast. They're gonna be on. They're gonna be on there on the Friday night free for all. It's not
the 19th.
Man, I don't have.
It's the last Friday.
Oh man,
it's the last Friday of the month. Is it? Is that the 20?
Man, I don't have it. I don't have it in front. I don't have it in front of me right now. But we'll let everybody know.
Yeah.
What is it?
I wrote it down somewhere.
I have it in the schedule, but I don't have the schedule in front of me. It might be the 26th. I think it is the 26th. I think it is.
Okay.
I think it is. Don't hold us to it. I'll check. We'll put it in the live chat layer. We'll put it in the live chat layer. We'll talk about it again next week. But we're gonna have a Friday night free for all. We're gonna have Terra Nova podcast. They're doing a lot of good things, great conversations. For all of your audio files that listen to your audio, you listen to your podcast on audio. You're gonna have a good time listening to Terra Nova podcast. Kendall and Jackie represent us.
I always appreciate all the love and support out here. And next week it was Tommy from December the 14th. We're going to be on. We're going to be talking. It's a Friday 13th fan film. He's a cinematographer. Tommy, I hope I don't butcher your last name, man. If you don't mind, let me see. All right, I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot. Candelaria. If I'm not mistaken, that's how you pronounce it. Tommy's going to be on the show next week. Night T LLC, and we're going to be discussing that fan film. We're going to get into I want to also talk about the Friday 13th franchise with him as well. So
he's my buddy. He's so talented and sweet.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Tom. Okay, that's what it was. And yes, Sammy, thank you because I know you've been out here. You've been talking about Horror 365 and spreading the word, the good word out here. And I'm so happy to hear people reaching out about it. And I love to support. We all love to support everybody that's doing something positive out here. So I definitely appreciate that. And I want to get as many people in the community on as possible. And if you need something promoted and you have something going on, a project going on, please reach out. We'll get you on the show. We'll talk about it and we'll see what's happening out here. Tom,
your dreams come true.
Sam is amazing. Yeah, one hell of an actress, 100%.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
One hell of an actress, but a better human being. As talented as she is in the acting world, as a human being, she's got a heart of gold.
She's precious. Aww. I love her.
Thanks.
Both you ladies are amazing. Seriously, Sammy, Paige.
Absolutely.
Paige, I know you're both out there hustling and working hard and working hard and promoting what we have going on. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Rob, we are truly honored to spend tonight with you, Rob. So thank you.
Oh yeah. Thank you for blessing us.
Thank you.
Thanks for blessing us with your presence.
I said the same thing. It's such a blessing.
I want to find
out. Listen. But check this out. Check this out right there. Read that.
Yeah.
Let everybody know about Miss Sam over here. But she kicked Jason Voorhees' ass in the engagement. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
So she's also an ass kicker.
Not an ass kisser. I'm an ass kicker.
Yes, the kicker, not kisser.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. We love seeing you in here. Thank you. Dustin, thank you. Appreciate you so much.
And you know what? I appreciate those that even couldn't even make it live. I mean, I have a lot of feedback usually that comes in afterwards on the show. And last Friday, Wednesday before, a lot of positive feedback out here, which I love to hear. Good and bad, doesn't matter. We want to hear it, and we want to help make this show the spot to be. Every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, Horror 365 Live. We're going to kill it. We're going to give you a good time. That's what we're about. We're about a good time, we're about having fun, and we're about kicking Rob Humphrey's ass every single week. So,
amen.
Oh, man. And, of course, getting my blood pressure up with Jason.
Oh, shit. I love it.
It happens.
And, unfortunately, Halloween ends. But anyway, we're going to, on that note, if you haven't gotten your tickets for prom, okay, and maybe you missed yours back in the day, maybe you want to relive it, hey, now's the time. June 20th, 365 prom night, .eventbrite.com. Check that out. It's going to be what it is. It's going to be a prom. We got raffles. We got tarot readings. We got trivia.
Oh, my God. That's so cool.
Live music going to be there.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's and of course the Horror 365 family is going to be out there, and we're going to have a killer time. So a lot in store for you the rest of this year, and we can't unveil anything yet, but stay tuned. A lot more content coming your way, a lot more events coming your way. We love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Storm, yay, Storm! We're going to see you.
We got Stormy in the house.
That's my best friend in the whole world.
The superstorm is in the building. Let's go.
That's it. And it's, I think it's El Nino season. Or La Nina. I butchered that. It's El Nino. It's La Nina season.
Yeah, La Nina.
Nina. Oh, my God, Jimmy. Get my salt. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm going to get the Spanish down. We just came off a Latin horror with Mr. Edwin Pagan. I should have been a little more fluent right now.
Listen, I'll teach you Spanish. It's okay.
Teach me too.
Yes.
Because the kids in my class make fun of me.
That's it.
No, they está la biblioteca.
Me and Swift, we got this.
That's it.
We got you. Don't worry about it.
Dios mío. Okay, here we go.
Ay, Dios mío.
Buenas noches, mi amor.
All right, everybody.
We love you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
We love you all. Shout out to Monster. Get your tickets. It's going to be a killer time in Brooklyn, June 14th. And remember, it's not just a genre, baby. It's a lifestyle.
Good night.
We're going to see you next Wednesday.
Adios.
I'll see you soon.